sad_panda90 says what?
True, hard, full, core. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core, all right, yeah. Gotta get the people going.
Hello everybody, welcome in. Today we will be doing the Tales of Murkwatch campaign. Congratulations everybody. We have a new little mystery prize available for the party. Hello, Noon. Thank you very much, Face. That's technically not available right now because I turned that one off. Sorry. I have to manually do it because I don't have my D&D stuff set. Wrong one. Here we go. It is rigged. It is rigged. Nice to see you, Noon. Thank you for the raid, Muffin. Today, I will blend in with our characters in a minute. I just want to have a quick read of something just to give you guys an idea of what's going on currently. You can thank Snow White for the mystery prize that will be coming available soon. Today's session is called Session 6, The Nature of Things. We're going to drop in with our players here, and hopefully, I think Pegasus is running a little late, but he'll be popping in. Nope, never mind, here he is now. Is Ross not here yet? Ross is also not here. Okay, so let's just pop in and see.
As always.
Hello. Wow, I love how Angus's character immediately shows in.
Well, a mess.
Your PG. Wait a minute. I have to move his PNG. I have to move his PNG.
Manic called it. He said that you would.
It's okay. Wait.
We were on Manic screen there for
You
a
will give me a
second. I heard
second. There we go.
No, we are.
We are.
We're
Right.
live.
Okay.
What?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Hi,
Yes.
everybody.
Now I'm muted.
Except Manic's muted.
I'm muted. That's why they can't hear me.
us.
That's why I can't hear me. Good. Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff. It's all good. Anyway, so, hello everybody. Welcome in. I'm Medic88.
Antonio.
We have our players today. We have let's go from left to right. Bean, who are you? What do you do?
I'm the Bean, and I do all the cool, fun stuff and have all the cool, fun energy, and I stream.
Marcy, who are you?
I am playing Shay. I am the party's cleric and babysitter, I suppose.
Hey, now,
Gemma, who are you?
big.
Purple. My name Purple Dead. I stream, and I'm Ruby in this game.
Lynx, who are you playing? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm playing Sim. I'm a Swede, and this is I'm a very noob at this game. So, yeah.
You and me both,
Mm.
in a way.
Pandad?
Hey, don't feel bad. I didn't even say what my character's name is or what he is, so you're fine.
Yeah. We're all. It's okay. Take it easy. Take a deep breath.
Bad Panda, playing Pandad. I'm the group's paladin / dad. Honey dad.
Honey Dad. Pegasus.
Hello, I'm Pegasus King. I do stream, and I'm supposed to be the wizard of the group.
Supposed to be.
Also, I think.
Supposed to be the wizard. Like the janitor, right?
Well, I don't have fireball yet.
Ah, okay. Let me see it real
I
quick.
can help you with that.
Okay, so, and then we have Dr. Hobo. Drobo, Mr. Dr. Hobo. Who are you?
Yes, I
And who are you
go-
playing?
Many different names.
Holy
Hobo,
shit, what did you
Dr. Hobo. That's not good. Yeah, I go by Ross. I'm playing Nathaniel Garrow in this, one of the NPCs, not NPCs, just to help Nick out.
Means
He is a rogue and the lieutenant of the Greyhawks Greyhawks group.
and we will have Muffin. Give me a second. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of you, and I have to move you about every time. And since you guys don't join the conversation, I have to assume where you guys are, and then you pop up randomly. So it happens. Don't worry about it.
You're just assuming our location, are you?
Yeah,
Why, be
basically.
discriminated against. We joined early for this.
So, like I said,
Some people stream on
That is true.
Saturdays.
that is true. So, I'm gonna give a little rundown of what we have. deal with, and then we can continue this session of just so everyone's clear. Once more, the nature of things, session 6. Okay, the Empire sprawls the whole of Gardenia, but it is yet to reach the continent of Catatonia. A long, lost isle with only tales and legends left. The Greyhawk family has been tasked with an expedition to lay claim and footing to this land. To spread the Empire's reach to where no man has gone before. This land has long been cursed and is running rampant with no real understanding of why nature is behaving in such a way. It is up to our adventurers to defend their new home of Murkwatch from the perils of this unexplored haven. Last time, our heroes had an encounter with a very powerful magic user who mentioned the name Jadal. Without knowing the name of this man or the woman, they carried onward, serving the Empire's whim by cutting down the bloody scabbards and the traitors who switched sides. Wait a minute. Yep. To the life of banditry. So, the bold Rava, taking to defending her friends, cut down the abominations, which unfortunately led to her misstep. Which luckily, Sin, her long-lost friend, was there in time to pick her up and take her to safety with the twist of fate. Thanks to our magical artifact that our party had found, they were gifted by a magic user, the name of Derek, who luckily shined some light on this hideout and on this actual ruin. Unfortunately for him, he was plucked out of space and time and pulled towards these miscreants. It seems like there could be more than just a simple bandit camp, considering the vine-like creatures and the corrupted forms of nature which seem to enthrall the dead. Could this have a connection with the way nature is behaving? Will our heroes ever talk about that Dragonborn? Who's the randomly teleporting magic user? And will our party continue to endanger a child? Let's find out, shall we?
Hello, I am Muffin. I play Dragonborn modes. Fuck you.
Sorry, Muffin. Thank you for the raid.
I totally got confused whenever you started to talk about the Dragonborn.
Yeah. So, well, they ever mourn Rava's death? Okay, Rava right now is in that tent. She's in this tent. Okay. Also, thank you, Muffin, for the raid. Appreciate it. We're gonna cut. We're gonna point. We're gonna pop off.
Leave the disrespect.
It's super disrespect. Listen, my the PNG thing literally sent me through a loop. Okay, I'm panicking as it is. All right. Okay. So the party last time decided on a long rest. I'm pretty sure that was obvious, right? They pulled themselves out from the ruins and decided, hey, let's not go down there. We really got wrecked. Ruby took 2 hits and basically got smashed. I think also Nathaniel went down. So that was mid-afternoon, correct? Mid-afternoon?
Yes. Yeah.
So the long rest is going to lead you into the evening. So here's a question for you as a party to decide. Are you going to keep going until the morning, or are you going to wake up, like, I want to say, like, midnight, etc., and just go from there and go down in during the evening? That's my, like, full long rest, or are you waiting until dawn? That's essentially what I'm asking as a party. Anyone?
Are we going back down into the dungeon to continue? Because there was that gate.
There was a gate.
Or are we?
Another door.
There are plenty of things we can investigate.
The horses are back, right?
The horses and the guards have basically taken to, with the help of Pandad and Sun, they have managed to re-wheel the wagon and have it set up. It's there ready to go, but with Nathaniel's orders, he seems to want to make sure that this place is secured before leaving it, because, well, his own vendetta, but...
Well, we do have that fancy guard tree.
Didn't we send the guards off with the horses and I wanted to say Wayne? Fists?
No, Wayne Fists and Sin and Old Benji and the guards have essentially been keeping watch of this place, making sure it's safe for you guys to return to.
Gotcha. I thought we were sending him north with the Dragonfire.
Yeah.
No, they basically stay aside to make sure like the northern entrance to the place, like none of the bandits escape out there whilst we go in through the other way.
Got it.
No.
So
Well, what do we? If we're going back down into the dungeon, who cares what time of day it is? If we're not, if we're gonna go looking for the bandits that ran away, or are we gonna try to go back to town, or are we forging on somewhere else because we have an ulterior motive? We didn't really get a directive from Greyhawks, right? We got fake Benji to lure us into this place.
Your directive, essentially, as soon as you met Nathaniel, became obsolete from free will because he's technically your commanding officer.
Yeah, and Nathaniel was basically going to suggest that in the afternoon coming up, if taking a rest, and we go back down. So I'd say half the hour, so it's like midnight.
It's around 10, 11, yeah.
Yeah, so go back down there, deal with whatever's left there, make sure the site's secure, and then that way we can, use the Dragonfire to deal with what's down there, and then return back to town.
And how did that guy disappear in that little tiny room?
It's a good question. How about we cut to a conversation between our first watchmen, which are Shay, Pananeth, and Ruby, as they're taking the first watch. We'll have you guys settle by the fire. Every so often, one of you stand up and you walk around the camp, making sure that the tree line is secure. There's no one, coming or going, looking for motions, etc. You can take this opportunity to have a little conversation with your party members who are with you currently. Well, I turn this music too down. It's really loud. There we go.
It is a bit loud.
Is that better?
Pananith, Ruby, you two both understand bits of Elvish, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, because you all didn't seem to respond to that guy when he said that Jadal will not be pleased with your interruption. What interruption? Who's Jadal?
I was gonna ask you what he was saying because I don't speak Elvish. I thought he was just shouting slurs and insults at us.
No.
Basically what Elvish is.
And you know what? and that's not the first time I heard Jadal. There was another time. Flip pages. Which was it? When another guy said, "Tell Jadal the." Oh, I can't read my writing. Enemy. That he would be disappointed, and that to go tell Jadal. That was like earlier in that battle.
So Jadal is a person or entity? It's a thing that is in charge, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So it's not an insult. Okay.
Yeah, and it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary.
Did either one of you happen to hear anything else that they shouted?
Manic, did we hear anything else that he shouted?
From the context,
Yeah, I'm very bad at writing.
I know
notes,
it's almost as if I knew this. Anyway, throughout the conversations that were basically hurled out during the combat, and since you were the only two that were essentially able to understand him, no, not really. Thank you, Lynx. I'll sort that. Sorry. Is everybody else in? I think Muffin is also not in, right? Yeah, sorry.
So nothing else was.
No, so nothing else was said.
No, just that. Just Jadal will not be pleased, and the other guy said to go tell Jadal. I don't know, and that was the guy that disappeared in that room magically.
Could
Yes.
you two perhaps start teaching me bits of Elvish so I can pick up at least the basics?
Ooga booga.
That's not elfish.
Hee hee. I got a rock.
Yeah, I guess we could teach him.
All right, but
This is going to be incredibly difficult because I'm pretty sure
I know.
Ruby
I'm
doesn't
gonna
know
be
how to
fine.
write, and
Yeah.
But then it was a kid.
Peneneth is a 12-year-old boy.
Raised by elves, I'll have you know.
Uh-huh.
I am a smartful little lad.
Okay.
Smart.
It's
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we put you ahead to the other
Gemma,
for
how
the
are
other
you,
patrol?
not Gemma, Ruby, how are you feeling after getting hit so hard back down there? Are you doing okay?
Oh, I've seen better.
You've seen better?
I've done better. I don't know. Yes.
Okay.
Apparently, I've been hit too hard.
Oh,
Shay is gonna take a bit of time to make sure that Gemma doesn't have any head trauma.
But
Roll
please do.
roll a Constitution check.
For me?
No, for Ruby. Well,
Oh,
Go
me?
ahead and-
yeah. Just a
All right.
D20. D20.
Oops.
Just-
Constitution check.
Just a D20. Just roll a D20.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? You're fine. You've been knocked out. You've been knocked out harder.
hey, Ruby. When I was doing all that neato magics that I learned, when it was done, I feel. Do I look different? I feel a little bigger.
You do look a little bigger.
Shay's
We-
gonna step back and get a little double take looking at him. You still look pretty small to me.
Oh, okay.
Two half orcs comparing size with a 12-year-old boy.
The child.
This is weird.
Yeah, no, Shay is very unfair with size. He's comparing
I
Peneneth to
feel.
herself.
I feel a little manlier.
I think that's all that matters is how you feel about yourself.
We should go check on the tree. Make sure it's good while we're patrolling.
You can go check on the tree. I'm gonna go check the gates.
All right. Okay. So you guys continue your guard session for the evening. The 2 to 3 hours pass, and you wake the others.
Do I have? Oh, I do. Okay. Sorry.
No, yeah, it's okay. You don't have to really move around. You shouldn't really move around. This is a set piece. Move them back, please. This is not for moving around. It's just so that it's just where I have you guys on camera, so that I can switch to you quickly, so I know who's talking. All right. So now we cut to the good old-fashioned captain and his first lieutenant, Pandad, with Sin, who is essentially sitting next to them on next to the fire there. What is the first thing of order for you guys, considering your objectives have not really changed, Nathaniel? Pandad, you have also kind of felt very similar. You've lost some friends during this kind of scenario, which seems a little weird because the people that you met the last month that you've been here haven't really felt like they would be, traitors. It doesn't feel like they would give up or switch sides. But for some strange reason, you're in this situation right now where they have, and kind of leaves you a little not hopeless, but unsure. Yeah. So we're gonna. Sin is also sitting there beside them. She's sitting there worried about her friend Rava, who took quite a hit in the last session. As you watch as Peneneth and Shay, Ruby settle down by the fire to rest, you take over their watch.
Quick question. Would have my Panda known who Chase is in reference to the person?
You would have been familiar with Chase.
So they probably would have been part of our crew.
Yeah, he was definitely a part of your unit.
Got it. So, Panda would probably be talking to. Wait, now I'm forgetting the name.
Nathaniel?
Kind of just be like, "What happened with Chase? Where's he gone off to? And what's going on with him?"
To be honest, I'm not too sure. He was, doing so well in his training. This was, as I said, we came out here to try and lure these bandits out here into an ambush, but he was sent as an initial scout. But as it turned out, he had betrayed us. The field details I do not know why. It's obviously not something he's divulged. At least that part of his training he kept to that. But yeah, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure, but he's whether he's been offered coin, anything else, I don't know. But yeah, he lured everyone out here, and we got tortured and explored.
Did you all see him when you originally went down into the cave? I was off finding the horses.
We never entered into the catacombs below. We were in the woods. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a mile or two from here, where we were going to lay an ambush from the road, and that's where the ambush was for us. And then
I also
knocked out and woke up here. So
Ross, I also think he means last session, because
last session, yeah. No, I never.
Last, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, no, whenever. No, when we dropped down, we couldn't see him. There is. Looking at it, it's quite extensive, but.
You want to make a survival check? Just because, like, you were essentially hunting for him that entire time, but you couldn't. Like, I just want to know if you maybe have.
Like tracks. Or
yeah,
whatever,
you maybe have saw like human tracks or something. We never rolled for it, so we can do that now.
15.
There was a lot of movement down there. We're not sure if they were his tracks, but they are definitely the sort of soldiers, and they did lead into the back room of that area that you were in before. You don't know how recent they were, because this is your second long rest, so you have technically been 2 days up above ground, while God knows what's been going below.
Okay.
So that's what you kind of what you gleaned from your time down there. Although mentioning you were delirious, you were hopped up on adrenaline. It was kind of like a
upgrade as well.
So it was kind of a hard decipher of what you saw, basically.
Okay, enough of that. What about yourself, Panda? It's obviously been a while since I've seen you. What have you been up to?
Up to my usual travels with I forget his name, the guy, the map maker guy. Something.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I can figure his name out.
I have that somewhere. It's on my desk.
Lenny Charter.
Lenny Charter. There we go. That's the word. Charter was what I was thinking of. I've been working with Lenny Charter, still mapping out most of the area that's been slowly getting encapsulated by these roots. I guess roots.
Yeah, roots, right? That works. Vegetation, all the overgrowth.
How
it was like a little drop down. They didn't really want me going out on some more missions since everybody went missing, but also I figured it's time to start trying to find all of you.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate you guys showing up when you did. I think minutes later, yeah, we would not be having this conversation.
Sin, thanks. Do you have any questions for these two soldiers that your parent that you might because you don't know what happened last time. You weren't down there, so you could also ask them if you wanted to, like, what actually happened down there last.
Yeah, can you tell me like a recap of what happened when you went down?
Well, I showed up down there, and seems there was a bunch of commotion going on near the back of the chamber. Seemed like they were fighting somebody back there, but a giant tree kind of thing popped out of the ground. I was trying to fuck that up for a while, but I thought, I'm pointing over towards Derek, thought that guy was gonna kill me for a second, but gave me some powers to jump. But yeah, it was very interesting. We made sure that tree made like itself and leave.
You have noticed this.
Wait, who's this Derek?
Well, not really sure. He kind of appeared in the middle of the room. It kind of seemed like he knew what he was doing, but I don't really know if he did. He yelled magic missile, but I could jump all of a sudden.
What did he look like? I mean, was he a elf or what was he?
He's basically sitting right across from us from the campfire, so we could just point him out saying, well, that's him right there.
All right. Oh, okay, cool.
Where did that light come from?
What do you look like?
Here, also, just so you guys are clear, like this entire time, you've been looking over to Sin, and as we all know, Sin does not have a mouth. But what is actually sitting beside Sin, quite larger than it was the last time you saw it, Nathaniel, you see a large lynx cat, basically like sitting underneath Sin's arm, doing the talking to you.
It's larger?
Do you want to explain what it looks like a little bit? I mean, it looks like the model, basically, but do you want to explain what it looks like, Sin? Thanks.
Well, it's supposed to be a lynx. So, yeah, it's just a big, furry cat. It's not a panther, it's a lynx.
Mm-hmm. So, this thing has magically grown larger, because the first time you saw it, it was small, almost climbing on Sin's back. Now it's the opposite. Sin is climbing, Lynx is climbing on.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. So this is interesting. What's just kind of point between Sin and the lynx and be like, and what's going on with this? What you seem like an interesting one.
Yeah, it's it's part of my. He is part of my, like, soul. I mean, we kind of share the same soul, in a sense. I guess that when I was cursed, because I was cursed, when I lost my mouth, we formed this band. So obviously now she does talking for me, and eventually I hope I can ride on her.
You're technically a small creature.
It's growing.
Who cursed you?
Someone back in my home village, because I did something bad.
At which point Nathaniel was just kind of has a more curious, like, oh really? Sort of look. Would you care to share? As you know, I'm a little uneasy sitting around with someone who did something bad.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, I'm not ready for that yet. I don't know you guys too well, so I'm keeping it a secret from now until further.
I lean into Pandad and whisper about it and just say, I'm going to keep my eye on that one.
I was going to say, like, would Pandad be concerned at all with the
no.
thing? I feel like considering
you Pandad and Sin have basically had a bit of a bonding experience, considering they spent like 2 sessions alone. So like helping with the horses. You've become to known that Sin is more of a ranger kind of character who is very good on her feet. She's very quick, very fast. She can catch up. She can track almost better than you can. like her skill set is kind of impressive, and it was very useful too when you were trying to track down those horses. So you are very aware of that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, continue.
Yeah, and also, like I said before, like we share the same soul, so the cat doesn't really have a mind of its own and will like attack. It does what I feel, so you don't need to worry about it unless you're worried about me or Sin.
Pandad would probably like just Nathaniel just be like, I think she's all right. I don't think you need to worry about her. You were worried about me once, right?
Sometimes at some days I still worry about you. But if you give her a seal of approval, then that's fine with me.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Just kind of go over the plan with Panda, which is the case of like we'll go back in, we'll maybe take some dragon fire down with us, but keep it in that first rooms until we need it. So it's just it's to hand. So just go over like this is what the battle plan is going to be for.
Okay. That'll be a recap for when everyone's awake anyway, so we'll cut to that.
Yeah.
So you guys end up going, doing your patrols, switching off, making sure the tree line's clear before the next watch takes hold. Muffin and Pingus, we have Derek and Nox, the only two who are essentially left. Also Kevin, he's also there, mostly because they don't want to trust Nox by himself. And of course this new guy who apparently is a Greyhawk Empire member because he has the pin, but he might not be who he says he is. So there's a little tension there when Derek offers to put his position forward to watch a little. But Muffin also pretty reliable. Nox is pretty reliable, with his watchful eye too. What do you guys want to talk about while you settle in front of the fire?
I guess after exchanging pleasantries, all the conversations and all, like age, sex, location, all that good stuff. While horfing on some favorite parts of the rations, I guess Nox would go, so, hold the doorways. Is that literal or figurative?
Hold the doorways? It's more like figurative, yeah. It's more like portals that
makes sense. I didn't see no door open when you popped up on a hog. So how do you think it works?
That is a very good question, and that I'm still trying to answer. And I think, while dangling the pendant, this is a very good lead to know how we can use them. From what I know, this pendant, this rune that we have right here, needs to be put on somewhere. That somewhere is still an answer that I have yet to find. But yes,
I wouldn't be dangling that if I were you. Last time you got teleported without it. You think next person that gets here will teleport on top of you or inside of you?
I almost throw it on the ground, but I would say I'm fairly confident I would not have any problems with that. I think, I actually spawned on top of the pendant's owner, right?
Yeah, like it wasn't a bonding, more case it kind of auto corrected you. Yeah, it's not like you spawned in the wall or inside the creature. You spawned on top of it, like just like not even on top of it, like right on top of it, like you spawned slightly above it and then like landed on it. So
okay. But this place where I spawned in, I mean, there was a door that looked like one of the doors that I have seen there.
The architecture is very familiar, yes.
Curious.
Indeed, indeed. My spellcaster friends. Can I call you a friend, right?
I'll see about that. Can I rely on you?
Oh, that warms my heart. But I will try not to disappoint anyone and not disappear.
Randomly.
Sure. I guess one more thing that boggles the mind at the moment. Your magic doesn't seem to be stable, from the looks of it.
No, my magic is okay, I will be honest with you. I think I can master it. I just lost control of it. But I just need time to understand how it works again. It's very weird when I say it like that. I just don't know why does it happen. I'm just trying to understand what is going on. It's weird. Sometimes I can get the spell that I want. Sometimes I realize that I'm casting something else. But thankfully, I did not have any major incidents where I burned a tavern in a small village and injured many people.
Oh, we'll
Definitely
done
not
that
happen.
at some point. Don't worry. As long we can be friends, as long as you don't point fingers in my direction while casting anything.
Don't worry. I mean, I know when I differentiate. I can differentiate between friends and foes. So, if I ever have something for you, it will be only good things. Don't worry. But I mean, if you're not comfortable with that, that's all right. I will try not to aim at you.
Goody. So, how many of you were in that hold? Why you were the only one to resonate with the thing?
I guess that's, you could say, magic. I don't know. I have spent so many
What a
days
cop
there.
out.
I'm sorry, but I'm still trying to understand what is happening. It's still a mystery to me.
I suppose. Yeah.
As
I guess it's gonna be nice to have another magic user here.
Yeah, from what I've seen.
Less pressure off me.
Don't worry, I will. Like I said, I will not disappoint. Hopefully, surely.
do you have anything else you want to talk about before we move on? Or are you
I suppose we're done.
any worries?
Suppose we're done right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you find the evening pretty uneventful. The most that disturbs the evening, leading into like 10 to 11 o'clock, is one of the guards who's been watching, like by the sideline, clearly like not like a little untrusting. You have a feeling that maybe Nathaniel set him up to it, just because the way Nathaniel's been lately, he's been a bit more mistrusting, not of people, but kind of he's making sure, because the last time he was betrayed, he ended up being tortured for a couple of months, so it's a little fair. As the evening hits, though, you see the first watchman start to stir. You have now all gone through your long rest. You get your spells, get your hit points, get everything back. It is evening. You guys are now gathered around the fireplace as you see old Benji basically sitting here, stirring some beans in a pot and offering it to everybody who comes to the fireplace, just so you can discuss what you're going to do. Nathaniel, as he pops up. I know he's having a bit of a fit with coughing right now, so I'll try and keep his talking to a minimum.
I'm fine just now.
So he basically offers you some beans and says, here you go, son. Keep up your strength now. You have to be strong. You're the leader here.
Well, thank you, Benji.
And then he offers one to Pandad, offers one to Sin, one to Ruby, and then he basically just hawks the bucket at because there's only like leftovers at the bottom. I guess I'll be watching after the little one back there. He points to Wayne Fists, who is at the tent entry. It doesn't look like Rava's woken up today. Even after the long rest, she's been had quite a serious injury. Mm-hmm.
How is she looking anyway?
Hard to say. The medicines that I've got here. Rest is the best we can give her until we can get out of here.
Agreed. Well, I guess then we best hurry.
Exactly. I say that you go down there, you kill that man, and then clear the area, and we can get out of here. We have enough rations for the horses for at least another day.
How are you holding up, Benji?
Yeah, I'm fine. At least, best to just move on. And he basically looks at you in a way that you recognize, considering he's lost all his family coming out here. He turns around and he takes what he's got in the bowl. It's clearly not even for him.
Just before he does, I'll just put like a reassuring hand on his shoulder and just tap him and then let him go about.
And he heads back over to the tent and goes and deals with Rava. All right. So what are you guys gonna do then? Back in.
Beneneth is gonna ask. The man Benji just said we should go get. Is that the guy that keeps disappearing? How do you find a disappearing guy?
I was hoping our new arcane companion could figure that one out, personally. Derek, was it?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have any way to track magic teleportation? Or whatever he's doing?
Okay, it's not because I arrived magically teleporting here that I know how it works.
Well, look, I'm not saying that. Aren't you a wizard? Or I thought you would have a better understanding of this.
Well,
where do we think he went?
Maybe by using a teleportation scroll, or maybe there was a magic item that makes him turn invisible.
Wait, is he here right now?
It could very well be. But if he was here, he would have killed us in the night. That's what I would have done.
I was watching guard.
And then if you also took a nap after we were done with our shift.
Just so
Thanks for watching, guys. Like, and you did a good job. Thank you.
Just so we're clear, though, the man that old Benji and Nathaniel were talking about was Chase, not the hooded figure. Who was the one
I'm chasing?
Not who basically he was the one that teleported.
Okay, wait. So we're talking. It was a different person
that
I didn't even see.
You have not even heard. You have not even seen Chase. You do not know who that man is. No.
Shay assumed it was the other person.
Well, I would assume that was the person who teleported.
Out of character for a second, DM. Is Chase the one? Chase is not the one that looked like young Benji, right?
No, that was just a random bandit, if I'm not mistaken.
Chase, we've been giving chase to this whole time.
Muffin, can I get a con check, please? Sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah, Chase is a different guy. Chase is a completely different guy. He
And he jumped in the tunnel.
he
and we
is
went-
he is the man.
Wow.
He's the betray. Oh, okay. Yeah, Muffin. Sorry,
Yeah, 5.
you fail.
The King of Rolls is still with us, everybody.
You fail your. While everyone is having this conversation of importance, you notice that Muffin suddenly stands up, and Muffin.
Yeah, I'm about to head out.
Are you
Don't follow me.
are you okay, Nox?
No. As I suppose I dart into the bushes.
Okay.
My rations weren't very fresh, I suppose.
Ah, the 40-second rule.
Mm.
So yeah, Chase was the Greyhawk lieutenant that betrayed the unit that Nathaniel was in charge of, and also the same unit that Pandad was in charge of. The hooded figure is somebody completely different.
And Chase also went down the hole.
He was
didn't
the
see.
first person that you were chasing. Yes, I will say
Okay.
I will say that he hasn't shown up for
Thank
like
you.
at least 4 sessions, so that might be why you might not remember him. But yeah,
No, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
it's also not really a part of your story. It's more a part of Nathaniel's and Pandad's story. So yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let's just get that cleared up. Okay, so you can continue your
Panenith, what was that name you had told me last night? The
Nadal.
Jadal.
The hooded guy said that Jadal would not be pleased with our interruption. I didn't know. I thought everybody spoke Elvish.
No.
I'm sorry.
I wish.
Didn't Chase at first, whenever we first encountered him, did he not also say something about Jadal?
Yeah. He's the one that said that Jadal would not be pleased. No, to go tell Jadal about the interruption. So as he was running away, that's what he said. Maybe he was gonna go find Jadal, or he said to tell Jadal, which by the way means enemy.
Jadal means enemy?
Yes.
So that's not the name,
What?
or
Does it mean enemy?
No, the way that's what I wrote down. Enemy in Elvish.
Okay. I don't know where you got that
Something
from.
you said.
No,
You?
that's just a name.
Shay, who does not speak Elvish, is now very fucking
Yeah.
confused with the way
Okay,
that this
well, maybe.
speech works.
I mean, I think the mistranslation is that when Jadal doesn't seem like a nice person, so they are the enemy. So maybe what you meant to say was Jadal is enemy, rather than, that's what it means in
could be.
Elvish.
That it was being said in Elvish. That's possible. Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Derek,
So you need to work more on your Elvish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like it's a Is that junior Elvish you're spouting there?
I mean, I was trying to
It's
pick
a
up the
combination
language.
of Elvish and tree magic.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the plan, guys? What's the plan? You're going down. Can I switch to the other board?
So,
Yeah.
I think I would just basically say, right, the plan is we'll take some Dragonfire down with us.
Taking some Dragonfire. Okay.
I've had some thought. We'll take it down, leave it in the first room, and we will explore more. There was that door off to one of the sides that we'll investigate. Obviously, be on your guard because nothing's come out during the night, which means that there's still possible bandits down there, and those other interesting creatures.
Should
Definitely-
we perhaps try
definitely.
entering through the door we had barricaded?
You will know that door is still jammed. Technically, it's jammed from the other side. Just from the way you've
Yeah.
barricaded it, you basically figured out that the door is just not like you can't open it without going round. So
Okay. So it's got like a fucking bar on the door that's just like stopping it
Yeah.
completely. Okay.
It's also nighttime, so I'm just switching this. Don't worry, we're switching thingies. All right, so just before we
It's
go
not
in,
dark for us.
I know. Well,
It's
it does,
okay.
we're switching boards. It's not gonna matter.
Oh, now it does.
It's not gonna matter.
No.
Let's go get him. I'm
Before
ready.
we switch boards, is there anything else that anybody wants to do? Say.
Derek, would you happen to know anything about the name Jadal? Be it that you come from, I assume, an academic background. You seem like a bit more of a bookworm than others.
Well, I don't know how to take that remark, but
It was meant as a compliment. If it was an insult, you would have known.
Jadal, I have never heard of that. Nope.
It's not a name you're familiar with.
Yeah. Nothing. I mean, I never studied anything about elfish stuff.
Ah, someone else not fluent in the funny language.
So Peneneth is not so sure about this Derek guy. After all, he initially just magically teleported onto his back when he was in boar form, and then he took the pendant away from him.
Yep.
He's like, "What is with the so?" He's, "Hey Derek, where did you get? Tell me the story how you got your pin from the Greyhawks? Because he's not very trusting right now. He's a little. Is it real? Did he steal it? Can I get an insight check?"
Yeah, go for it. D20. Angus, depending on what it is, you can say what you want.
23.
Well, you can see very well that I'm unsettled by your questions. Oh, Peneneth, right? If I remember correctly. Well, I did not steal it. Okay, I look around. I look at each one of you guys. I did not steal it. I actually was contracted by the Empire from the beginning. Okay. And I actually landed on you. Sorry again. I landed on you because I got teleported away from a special place called the Hall of Doors. I don't know if you're familiar with this. Hopefully you are. No? I guess not. It doesn't matter for now, but from the pendant that you gave me, Peneneth, it actually has something that I recognized, and I think the door that's where we met could lead me to the next step to my research.
What's with the magic doors?
They can get us to very far places.
Like a gateway?
Most likely, yes. Or for my research so far, I think there are gateways to in the whole continent.
Oh.
Why doesn't your magic work right like my magic?
That is a very good question, Benedict. But if I ever have the answer, I'll tell you.
You want me to teach you magic? I can teach real good magic.
Oh well, please do.
As you guys continue to have your little conversation of sharing little familiar cantrips with one another, Muffin, do you want to come back before we head down, or do you want to head back or we go down? How do you want to do that?
What were my choices again?
You could basically, do I switch board or we do it on the board? That's what I'm asking.
Switchboard.
All right, we're switching board.
I'm better.
Welcome back. Now.
Stay away from the coffee. It makes my tummy go gurgly, especially when I mix it
It's
with
not
the
a lot of
gas.
coffee.
The gas swamp juice.
Peneneth, you pour that out right now.
Eddie, let's
And
go.
she can't get drunk. She's got that cup, remember?
Yeah. I
I can get poisoned.
Okay,
You might not get drunk, but
Tell me if you're all on the
can
board.
still seriously affect your.
Floating?
Okay.
Yeah.
For me,
Yep. I'm in.
So,
Well, I see the board. Am I in the board? Yep.
you should be
Yeah.
over here, guys.
Yep. Yes.
I think
thank
everyone's
you.
here
We are
besides
here.
Lynx's cat.
Lynx? Yeah.
Can you move your? Can you not move your models?
I suggest you hide some stuff.
Have I got stuff that's
well.
not hidden?
Not here, no.
Where? Oh no, that little building over there. That's not important.
Oh yeah, sure, not important.
That's not important. Don't worry.
Little building.
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
Fine.
Thank you for thank you for telling
from
me.
a DM.
Thank you for telling me,
Don't
but
worry about
it should be okay. Let me get the cat real quick. Sorry, thanks. Okay, so you guys descend back into the familiar ruins of the Bloody Scabbard's stronghold, basically. Let me set the size real quick. There we go.
Then
I'll
can
give you
have
permissions
your
to this too.
cat take care of all the spiders in this room. They're so achy.
Link.
Maybe Lois
Yep,
is
so-
hungry.
Exactly.
Change color. Blue. So there you go. You can move that, Lynx. Okay, you can move this. Okay.
You know, Lynx, I was actually quite curious about that. How do you eat?
Through my links.
Okay, so the Lynx eat
Interesting.
for you.
Mm-hmm. So maybe I can eat some spiders.
I mean, if
Would
okay,
that-
if you eat if the Lynx eats the spiders, you're eating spiders.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you know, I'm hardcore. I can eat spiders.
Swedish, they got the nasty
protein.
fish.
Can I get? All right. Okay. Do you want to try this? Because I'll need a survival check out of you.
Oh my god. Okay.
So that's a D20 and whatever the
Oh.
survival stats are.
Might be some good protein in there.
Okay. 11. You have any pluses on the survival skill part?
It's wisdom.
That's the very last one on the bottom of the.
Plus 3.
So 14.
It's crunchy. You know, there's some protein in there. They're not doesn't seem to be that poisonous.
Nice.
Nice. You're not sure if it's because you're eating it through a magical cat mouth, or if it's because.
My number came up.
Sorry, I was trying to remove the dice.
No, it's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay. Sorry, it's okay. All right, so you
That was
guys.
so nice of you. I'm gonna go over and can I pet Lo? Can I
Yeah.
pet him?
What else is going on?
Nice.
Nathaniel's going to take point on this.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
As long as I'm happy with you all guys, the cat is, you know, happy and friendly.
As I go through, Nick, I'm going to be checking for like any traps that have been laid or anything like it's changed since we're here.
Okay, so you make your way forward. You don't. Give me a survival check, actually, and with advantage because you have Lynx with you, and this pet seems to be more focused. Yeah, Sin's pet seems to be more focused than Sin
There you
is.
go.
Yeah,
15.
almost as if
She's
like
on the
there are
numbers
two
again.
entities there. There are two entities. There's Sin, and then there's Lynx, or Lou. Sorry.
No. Yeah. No.
But they seem to share like almost like a kind of wavelength where one's paying attention but one's being a bit more carefree, and then there's like a switch in personalities almost.
I would say Pandad's kind of falling behind Nathaniel, kind of following his lead, essentially.
Are you guys gonna make your way towards the room that you were in last time, or are you gonna?
Yeah, the plan. Well, my plan is to take the party to the base of the hole outside of the room.
Okay.
First of all, just to make sure that the base of the barricade was still up from last time.
Nathaniel, can you see all right without a torch?
Well, you mean that's not pull out a torch and light it?
Okay. You could do that. Right, good. Thank you. Just so we're clear, who's got a light source on them right now?
Shay is also carrying one
Okay.
for the others who are not night vision compatible.
Okay. As you make your way up to this area, can I have a spot? No, I don't even need a spot check. Nathaniel, you notice that the door is closed.
The hallway door's closed. Okay.
Which door? The gate or the door that we had? Oh, the door.
This door
okay.
here is closed, and you don't remember if anyone closed it.
I will whisper backwards to Panda and ask, or whoever's right, say, can you go and ask anyone if they shut the door when we left? You know, but ask quietly.
Okay. I'll kind of go back and ask around. I don't think. Do we know who the last out was?
Technically, me. I made a point of keeping the door open.
Okay, so we didn't close the door, but someone else did. And with that, since Shay does have night vision, she's going to turn off her own torch. Since Nathaniel has
It was
his.
the wind.
It was the wind.
Yes, the wind shut a giant steel door.
Remember right when Muffin opened that door, it led to a large screeching. So like I don't know if that wind would have done that.
The wind has been hitting the gym. Do not doubt
No,
it.
I figure that's probably not the case.
Going in here is like I'll have a look around, make sure there's nothing hiding behind like the columns or anything like that.
As you enter this room, you notice that the burn marks of the creature that you had dissolved the last time you were in this room. It seems to be the moss is still growing, still like almost taking back the area that was demolished from your little encounter with the beast. Can I also get a perception check?
Yep. I was just as you wanted to roll a perception for the looking around, but there we go.
And you're talking a different beast than the snake-like
I'm
vine beast.
talking about this thing. This one.
The snake thing.
That we all fought. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, what was that? What was the roll?
That was 9.
Okay, you don't see it.
No.
Nope.
No. So, yep, still checking. I'm going to go up to the door and obviously still looking around, but I'm going to, as because the door's closed, I'm not too sure. I'm going to check it for traps or see if it's trapped or locked or whatever.
Okay.
Trap first and then see if it's locked.
Where is everybody while he's doing that?
I would have been
Just move yourself where you guys want to be while he's doing that. That's all. That's what I'm asking.
Shay is curious about the other end of the door, like this hallway. So Shay's gonna be kind of.
Also, I need to know who is carrying the barrel of Dragonfire.
Against me, because I'm big and strong.
Okay.
I asked for the Dragonfire to be left in the first room that we
Okay.
entered in.
So Ruby, you're putting down the Dragonfire there then in the first room.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't want to get carried in case we had an accident.
Okay, that's fine. But Ruby is the one that's in responsible for carrying it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this room lit up since all these fires are on?
Basically the rock on the outside of the place where the Dragonfire was set off before, the braziers are still lit. They're clearly magically lit. They're not burning fuel or anything. The smell of burning is mostly from the walls and from the Dragonfire that has been set off in these rooms. The rocks on the walls are no longer like molten. They've definitely died down a little. It's almost like dead firewood at this point. Yeah. So there's a slight light, but not enough to like see anything.
Got it. But the braziers are still lit.
The braziers are still lit, and they're clearly magically lit. They're not running on fuel.
I'm going to give you an investigation roll just now for the door check, make sure it's not trapped to that.
Okay.
15.
It's not trapped.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything before I open the door? I'll kind of let others do something before I...
All right. Well, we can.
move on.
What about Shay? What's Shay doing?
Shay, while curious about the other end of the hallway because they have that giant gate,
Mm-hmm.
since the others are corralling around this door, she's leaning more towards ignoring that gate until we've at least cleared this portion first. Because splitting the party doesn't seem very wise.
I'll give you advantage on a perception check, mostly because you said you were going to investigate that side of the room.
All right. 8, and let's see, disadvantage. 19.
Okay. From you glancing over to that gate, the last time you looked at that gate was, what, 8 hours ago?
Yes.
It's been moved.
Hmm?
You can see that someone has pulled it up, and it's been pulled up, and it's literally like a foot off the ground.
Oh, okay. So like it's actually raised.
Yeah, it's slightly raised.
Okay. With that knowledge in hand, Shay is going to kind of come back this direction towards Nathaniel and Pandad, the rest of everyone. Nathaniel, you may want to know that the other side of the room has a gate that was pried open about a foot. And last time we were in here, it was completely shut. So whoever closed the door could have came from there or vice versa.
Interesting. Did you see any tracks or anything going there or coming from there, or was it just the door?
I'm not an experienced tracker. My expertise is in more clerical business.
Okay. Well done. Panda, do you want to check out, see if there's any tracks or coming from there?
Yeah, I can do that.
More smells.
More smells.
Yeah, I'll go.
Remember, as a lieutenant, Panda, remember you can also, be a bit more of a supervisor character. You have people at your beck and call if you want to send people to go do it for you rather than doing it yourself. If you want to.
I'm just doing the upper management thing of passing it down to the next.
Wait, am I a lieutenant? I thought I
Yeah.
was...
No, you're basically now technically you're second in charge now.
Okay. I want to say my character has something for it. Let me look.
Okay.
Because I think the way that being the bear, I think I have keen sense. Right? Yeah, keen smell. So I have advantage on wisdom perception checks and rely on smell. So I kind of want to see if, I don't know, maybe I would assume that I got a sense of smell down here prior. Maybe see if there's a change in the senses around here. Basically.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Let's see what you've got. See if anyone with a particular musk has walked past. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Natural 20.
Okay. You have definitely, the minute that Nathaniel points it out, you sense that burning in the back of your throat isn't the dragon fire. More of a musky kind of, you want to not burnt flesh, but almost like dead flesh mixed in with that sweet honey taste of the green moss from outside. It seems to be a little stronger, and with you putting 2 and 2 together, you can kind of tell that someone has come and gone from this area a few times in the last 8 hours. You don't know in particular which direction, but it seems to be more from the west and south side rather than the actually north.
Got it. I don't sense a direction that it's stronger in. It's just basically there's probably
not with 8 hours. Not with 8 hours, no.
Okay. I can kind of relay this information to Nathaniel. And I'm probably gonna look over at Lou and kind of mention towards Sin, like, do you think Lou would be able to get a good sense of smell on this thing? Knowing that they're an animal, maybe they can be good
Yeah,
at
I think
tracking.
so.
I'm not too sure.
More than likely, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we get a survival roll out of you, please, Lynx?
Yeah.
You need to take your Panther stats. So scroll to the
Yep.
bottom of your sheet.
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay.
So D20.
Mm-hmm. D20. Yep.
Bonk. 2 plus what am I looking for?
Wisdom bonus, I guess. I don't know.
Wisdom.
Yeah, yeah.
So the wisdom is +2.
Okay.
So that's not great.
I think you also have keen sense too, so I'll give you advantage, so you can roll another d20, and we'll take this one because you'll be the higher, hopefully. That's 12. With so much going on, you haven't been down here as much as the rest of the party, so that almost smoky inhalation of dragonfire is kind of like a little too strong for you. You're not as used to it as everybody else. Also, the fact that you just ate a spider is kind of messing up your sense of smell.
Yeah.
So you go like, no, you can basically only reiterate what Panda managed to get.
Mm-hmm.
How big was the room that we were in when we were down here originally?
Say again, sorry?
How big was that room that when we went fighting that tree beast thing, the zone?
Yeah.
How big was that room?
How big was this room here? This room here?
The room we're about to enter, essentially.
It was pretty big. Not as like almost the same size as this room, but split with walls. So pretty similar. Yeah.
I want to use Divine Sense. Granted, it's till the end of my turn, so I would assume that if I use it, it uses it once, and it's going to use it in the 60-foot range. I'm just wondering if it encapsulates that room plus part of this towards the gate. But
okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you want okay.
Because if not, I might want to move towards the gate and then cast it in a sense.
Okay. What's the range of it again? Sorry.
A 60-foot radius, I guess, would be within 60 feet of you, not behind total cover. You know the type of any being in the presence and sense, its identity. You can detect presence of strong evil, undead, celestial fiends.
Yeah.
Celestial fiends.
Do you have to pick what you need to sense, or is it just everything at this point? I think
you just open your awareness to detect the presence of a strong evil, so it kind of just would like, if they're within 60 feet of me when I do it, I kind of know what their location is. If they're, just there.
All right, well, tell me where you want to stand when you're going to cast it. Are you going to let other people know, or are you just going to do it?
I'm not going to probably let anybody know.
Okay.
I'm going to I'm doing it for it's my Pandad's own sanity to kind of see, like, is there something here and not try to worry people so much.
Now, unfortunately, with your form, it does take an actual form when you cast these spells, right? When you use this divine magic.
It takes the form? What do you mean?
It takes the form. Well, considering your last one, where you apparently, burst into flames, for instance, does it have a similar effect when you cast this?
I don't see anything. It just says I just can open my awareness.
Okay, all right, okay, fair enough. So you're going deeper in?
I have another question.
Okay, all right, no, hit me. I'm noisy.
Would we have noticed that this foliage is kind of grown since the last time we were
Yes, definitely, because of the scorch marks on the floor. And it's already being like overgrowth. So basically, I removed some of the grass last time. Where you're standing, that's now all grass again.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that's destroyed is the actual vine creature that you had destroyed.
Which is still there.
It's now a gooey mess. Like it's still dissolving slowly.
Oh yeah, I still have a jar of goo.
Pandad's gonna kind of warily start walking kind of into the foliage.
Let me just check
kind
something real quick.
Keeping an eye on anything grabbing out at me, but kind of getting more towards this gate area. I'd probably cast it about here to see if it gets inside of that gate. My divine sense.
Let's see. Let me do this real quick. I just want to, as you move closer. There you go. You can see the revealing part of this. Sorry, I was just moving some map stuff away without giving it away. As you move closer, it comes like it seems a bit more lit, a bit more obvious of what's there. It seems to be like a set of stairs leading up the way. And then you take your holy what do you use to focus your holy divine magic?
I have a symbol, right? I have a holy symbol.
Yeah. I think we not discuss that you have it wrapped around your makeshift bamboo stick.
Yeah, I think we did discuss that. I would essentially kind of hold that up a little bit.
Okay.
And Pandad close his eyes. And I want to say that when I do this, anybody that's probably looking at Pandad sees a flicker of a shorter kind of humanoid creature kind of appear for a second as he casts it, and then it just kind of goes back to him being a bear again.
As you channel this divine energy to what you would assume is Tyr, considering your ties to the Empire, you feel that there is something dangerous. Definitely undead coming from behind you. Not so much in front.
Got it. As I kind of sense that, I would probably walk more towards Nathaniel and kind of be like, I don't get a good feeling going this way.
Okay.
If I feel that there's an evil coming from this direction, kind of conveying to the group, but
yeah,
more going up towards Nathaniel and like before you open that door.
Evil in this place? Not surprised.
Does anybody else want to do anything before?
Yeah, what are my spidey senses doing?
Sorry, while this is going on, this is the point where I'm checking the door, so just
Exactly.
Pananath,
your spidey sense isn't really doing much, I want to say. Let me just quickly switch something real quick. I gotta switch map stuff. I realize you guys are a little closer than you should be. I technically should reveal some more information for you guys. Can I do that? Wait a minute. Oh wait, here we go. There we go. There's this part here, over here, guys. You can see too, because you're closer now. There's the stairs there. And let me switch this back.
Wait, where are the stairs? Behind the gate?
So there are some stairs over here.
Oh, there's another gate
leading up the way, and there's another gate over here.
Oh.
And also, wait a minute, I gotta change. Ooh, I don't want to hit buttons because I'll reveal stuff, and I know Bean watches the stream, so she'll look at goddamn spoilers.
Bean's so cheating.
What?
What?
I am also modding chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Because your chat needs so much modding.
It does.
Man.
Such rebels. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Thank you, Marcy.
People. Thank you very much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm fixing this up. Right.
Oh no, it hasn't been popular, eh? God.
Right, here you go. So we have this. Let me switch back. Oh my lord, we're getting close to the surprise party mystery that no one gets to know about. So yeah, you guys can see more about more of this room now as you've explored it.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so there were actually like more doors here.
Yes, there are more doors. They never went to the north. Oh wait, what north? South side of this thingy. They went a little far, fought a monster, and then retreated. So
Okay.
you guys can see now that there's an entrance here, a gate here, a gate here, this gate here, which has been jarred open a little bit, clearly forced. Yep. Okay. So anything else? I guess you have a thought.
Well, now one question. I have many questions about these other doors. Like, who's closest to me?
Yeah, Nox. Nox is sitting behind you.
What?
Tell me, there are other doors in this room. I mean, gates. Have you checked them before, or you went straight away to the
First
door?
time I hear about them, we got a little preoccupied with the actual door there. After someone detonated some fire thing, and we had to battle a giant snake. And I had to battle a giant spider.
Giant, huh?
Giant
spider.
snake.
Giant.
Right.
Nox, when did you have time to fight a giant spider?
Mm-hmm.
That was a battle for my life. Shut it.
We were all in the same room together. You're so full of it.
I saw him kind of waver when he was standing in the door a little bit and like wiggling his shoulders and slapping at his head.
Oh,
But
you
I
mean he was
didn't-
cracking
I
his
didn't-
back on the wall?
I didn't see a
Nox.
big giant spider.
Nox,
You're welcome.
if you weren't aware of them, were the others aware of it at least?
Doubt it. I had amazing foresight to open the door immediately and got us into another fight. So,
Oh boy, I rush again towards Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you with your door problems, but have you checked the gates on the other side?
No, I asked Panda to go and check. He's
Well, I look at Pandad wherever he is. What is he doing?
I'm right there. But quickly, would I have noticed any change in where that location of the evil was coming from, or was it like beyond Nathaniel? Because that's
More
kinda worse.
along from this area here.
I'll probably just kind of relay the same information to Derek and kind of actually point out to Nathaniel and Derek that I feel the sense coming from that direction. But I did notice that gate is pushed up a little bit. But there is a strong sense of something coming through here multiple times throughout our rest.
Okay.
So, past this door in the room that we fought in yesterday, there were the undead barricading that wall. I wonder if this gate closest to us loops around and leads into there? From that wall breach, or whatever they were doing with that?
might be a natural assumption.
So I have not been following you guys, what you were whispering about this door, but why is it closed, or why is it not open yet?
It's not open yet because we didn't shut it last time we were leaving. So that means something came behind us, closing it, which means it could be trapped.
I bet to making sure that as soon as we open this door, nothing's going to blow up in our face.
Do we want to go through the door and secure the area we're more familiar with, or go through one of the 3 gate options we have?
I mean,
Well,
I'd rather secure the area we've done, but maybe best check, make sure the gates in here don't open so we don't get anyone sneaking up behind us.
Both are legitimate
There's a
options.
tree in there. We did kind of explore in that room, right? We didn't check the big gate, but we did check the back room and noticed that where the guy disappeared was not. It's like a small room.
It was it was basically a bedroom almost, yeah.
Yeah, that was a small room, and we couldn't open that big door because it was locked magically or something funky. So we left afterwards.
The big door was not opened. You didn't try to open the door.
Is the ground
I don't
towards
remember.
this left gate on fire? Is it embering?
It was, but it is not anymore. No.
Here. Okay.
Sorry, Pengus. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Is the door trapped or not?
No, the door is not trapped. From his investigation and him trying to like figure around with it, it doesn't seem to be trapped. It has been closed recently. The dust on the floor has been moved very recently. There's a lot of debris, ash almost. So yeah, you can see it essentially having been moved in the last 8 hours. Like almost 3 to 4 hours in, almost, just from that roll that you made from the survival check. As you look through the gate, you can see that there is like a pond here. Wait a minute. This area here, there's some sort of pond area, like a lot of water, and more of the same kind of like ashed area following it along. Not as like clearly not any dragon fire has been burnt in this area. Almost like it's been sealed off. But you can see that there is like remnants of the dust and ash has been going this way. Like filtered
These gates
through.
have holes, so we can like look through and stuff.
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah, that's how we see through it.
Yeah, it's
It's just a
basically how
bar
you see
gate,
through it.
okay.
Yeah, it's just a bar gate.
Can Bandad take a whiff in this direction to see if he senses that smell of decay that was underlied by the
I'll say even without like
Yeah.
rolling, you can smell it pretty. Like the closer you get, the more, like that musky, old, fleshy smell is there. Not so much the sickly sweetness added to it though.
Old people soap.
Bandad's gonna look for a mechanism to open this gate, if there is one on our side.
Investigation check.
Nathaniel, I believe that we still
Kinche
Wait a minute. Wait. Pegasus, sorry, what was that?
we still need to investigate the door. But with our numbers, I believe that we would have the upper hand, no matter the opposition, I guess.
Yep.
Knowing that, you guys kind of blasted through the whatever was here, right?
Okay. Shall we split into groups then and pick a door? If you guys want to do that.
Oh hell no!
Yeah. I mean,
No splits. No, we do not split the party.
Our
Rule
party's
number
big
one.
enough to have 2 different parties. We're fine.
4 and 4. I got a 14 on my investigation.
Okay.
I don't know what that means if we're splitting or what. But
Well, I will say that like as you're investigating it, you're looking around to see for like a door or some sort of thing. You notice that the torch on the right of and left of the gate seems to be not lit.
I'll point that out to Shay since they're right here and kind of be like, "Want to grab that one?"
Sure. Do you want to light them or see if it's like a funny little handle like in those old books I used to read as a kid?
I am going to double check to see if it's a handle first. And
It's basically like a torch thing. There's a torch there, but it's not lit.
okay.
All right, so it's not it's not a funny secret handle.
Doesn't
Yeah.
look like it, no.
Okay.
Yeah, Shay's gonna light her torch and proceed to light the torch sconce right there.
Yeah, I think Pandad's gonna do the same.
The
I was gonna see if I had any funny magic for it, but
gate doesn't.
think
The gate
I should
doesn't.
waste
The gate doesn't budge.
Well, I mean, even if the gate doesn't budge, we at least have more light over here.
You have more light though. The gate doesn't budge.
You know, we could always get Ruby to help us lift it open if we want to proceed this way.
I'm gonna try to strength it.
I think that might be our only option if we don't have a mechanism to open it.
I'm down for that. We're not even discussing with the group. I'm just gonna. Pandad's just like, this seems like the way. If I'm sensing evil over here, Pandad's pretty just determined now at this point. He's put in that warning. He's gonna get ready to like lift this gate if Shay wants to help. Anybody else wants to help, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shay's right along the with her paladin buddy.
Okay, as those two are like they seem to be like in a world of their own. They let you guys know. They turn around and say, "Right, we're gonna try and get this door open." We know that like Pandad's kind of almost hyper focused. Nathaniel, knowing essentially what he ordered Pandad to do, and it comes to that conclusion that I guess the party is going to be not going that way. Despite. So we will have. What I want to do now is I want everybody to basically tell me what you guys are doing while those two are opening the door. So Nox, Penkus, Ruby, then what are you doing? You gonna help, or are you gonna do your own thing? Are you gonna move over to?
I'm gonna go help.
Okay.
Well, I was about to go and check the other gate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's probably not the only entrance here if it's locked.
Yo, three-way split the party. Let's do it.
No.
It's open.
I'm gonna carefully stand here, in a safe distance, and wait to which way the fireworks are gonna come from first.
Okay, I
smart.
need Lynx, Nathaniel, and Pengus to roll a perception check. And also, I need you to roll a dex check as well, Muffin.
Be fair, I did follow Nathaniel's orders.
That is true.
They're
That is
just
true.
leading me in a different direction.
Mm.
You people in your high rolls, give me a second.
Yeah.
What's my
Woo!
dex? Hey, 17!
The only high roll of the night you'll get.
Am I
Oh.
dead yet?
All right. Okay. Okay. Angus, you look at Nox as he comes up, like sheepishly towards you, almost like he's trying to just keep an eye on everything, and you swear you hear Robert. Okay, moving on. Sin, what are you doing?
Sorry, did you say my name?
Yes. What are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing? What's Sin gonna do? Oh, also, this entire time, have you been riding on Lou, or have you been just
no,
like okay,
no,
you've not.
we've just
Okay.
been walking together.
Okay.
So no. What am I doing? I'll probably join these guys
Okay.
at the gate.
Okay. So you lend your assistance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm small. I guess I'm not that strong, so I
Hmm.
maybe can't help with brute force.
You know, what you could do is once we pry it up a little bit, you can crawl through and help from the other side.
Oh.
Or look for a door, or a button, or.
Yeah, because none of us are smart enough to look for.
Hey, I looked for a button.
All right.
Well, I said I was gonna help you, but neither one of us found it.
What's Pengus doing?
Well, first I will turn to Nathaniel. Well, I guess we won't open that door. People seem to be more interested in that gate. Also, where is Benenet?
That's a good point.
Did-
Okay, we'll go for the gate, and I'll look around, and obviously, with my little light, I would not see Peneth. And it's like, that kid's gonna get us killed.
What?
Oh god.
Shay didn't.
Beneth is
Shay did not
What-
notice.
What do you mean you don't? What do you mean you don't see banana fish?
And
Oh boy.
while these people are doing that, let's cut to Banana, shall we?
I saw banana, but I just didn't
Yep,
know
yep.
what banana
Alright.
was
is
doing.
so interested in the gap, and he's
Yeah.
wondering, can he fit under it? Can he? I know I can turn into a mouse. And so he's just really thinking about this door and why they're all fussing about a door that's closed when we have a door that's open. So
Okay,
he just-
well, can I get a between? I mean, just a strength check with advantage, using whoever's got the highest strength stat, I guess. You can decide who that is, and then roll that with advantage to see if you can get the door open. While we do, while we cut to Bean's little solo adventure. So Penena, you feel that this gate, you can climb under that. That's a whole 2 feet. That's a whole 2
Oh,
feet of
I
gap
don't even
there.
have to change into nothing or
Yeah,
use
yeah,
my
yeah.
wildfire spirit.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, Peneneth just feels like these guys got it handled, and he's a big boy.
Mhm.
So he is gonna shimmy under that gate
Okay.
and quietly start up the stairs.
Okay.
What do I see? What do I
I will give me a minute while I reveal some stuff to you.
sense? Ooh.
As you enter here, let me do this real quick. The vast space. Let me just switch to this so that everybody can see.
He's so excited.
The
That's my-
Okay, let me read this to you.
You're so fucking lucky, Shay. Distracted.
The vast space, yeah, is almost vertigo-inducing as you find your feet slip from underneath you. The darkness only traveling so far before a splash of purple, green, and blue lights flood your eyes. These magical surfaces on the right seem to give off light despite being inert. But it's as if the amount of arcane energy is strong here. The roof seems unending due to some enchantment, or just due to the decrepit state of the stone and mortar. As you reach the top of the stairs, you can see that a lot of stuff has collapsed and fallen down. That's leading to some of the rubble and background areas here, over here. Basically, this area here. There's a lot of rocks that have fallen from somewhere, and you can't quite put the Lego pieces together. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't figure out where it's come from.
Yeah.
Like what I see doesn't match with the rubble.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And the light is coming from these black things on my right?
Yes, there's light sources coming from the floor, and then there's the colored lighting coming from the left.
Do I sense any, do I feel anything from these? These are like portals, doorways?
From arcane check? Arcane check?
Sure. Na.
What was the strength check, by the way, guys?
We were discussing, and it's Pandad with a
Okay, right.
19 plus 4.
Yeah, I think I'm the highest.
I don't see arcane check.
Do you want to roll advantage?
Yes, roll advantage, so D20,
Oh, there it
two
is.
20s.
Got it.
It's a mystery, Doge. Nice to see you. Hi, Yo-Yo. How you doing? Sorry.
23.
I didn't see what mine was.
Pandad, you got a 13 plus 4. That's 14, 15, 16, 17 total.
You managed to lift the gate a little, 2 feet off the ground with the size of Pandad. From seeing this this destroyed site of, you want to say, magic, you haven't seen anything as familiar before, but with your arcane knowledge, you can understand that this place is very I I want to say like it's almost like a battery of magic. You can feel like there's an essence here. It's kind of why like when you stepped into the room, you felt uneasy on your feet, like you were being like hit or you were being like knocked off. Yeah,
Like this is the source of that unease.
not unease. I wouldn't say unease. No, it's not. I wouldn't say it has anything to do with your connection. This is just this place is a font of power, and it's so strong that your magical sensitivity kind of is giving you a kick. Yeah.
Okay. And I see, and I can. Oh boy, I can see those stairs at the other end.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can see the whole room. It's vast, but like the room seems vast, but also
Okay, you know what, Peneneth and he's these kind of look like doors to him, and maybe they're not the same doors that Derek was talking about, but he is gonna go run back.
Okay.
And to tell Derek what he saw.
Okay.
Like, I think I found. Where's Derek? Where are you, Derek?
At the door.
Whoa!
So can I just say, whilst Peneth's doing this, Nathaniel has been walking around like the pillars going, where the hell is that kid?
Okay, right. Okay,
Here he is.
okay.
Okay, so he's gonna run up, and Derek and Nathaniel are there. And he's Derek. You were looking for doors, right? I think I don't know what I found. There was like a pink one and a purple one and a green one and an orange one, and there was all these doors. And it's just down there, and you can squeeze under the gateway. Come with me, and he starts tugging on Derek's cloak and pulling him down the hallway because he's so excited that he found it.
Well, I cautiously follow Peneneth.
Okay. I will.
But what being described me was something that I actually saw before, right? That's.
It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar, and from what I've described, if Peneneth relays that information, it's not exactly the same, but it is familiar. The architecture is very familiar.
Derek, it was this big long room that went on forever, and the ceiling went on forever, and there was these doors on the one side, and there's magical light coming out of everywhere, and it felt so wacky in my magic bones.
Oh, okay. Calm down. Show me the way. Nathaniel, I'll be right. Okay, we should not be splitting the party.
No.
Split the party! Split the party!
I'll yell over to Panda saying, Peneneth has found something interesting. We're gonna go to the gate this way.
I'll say this: the gate that you've managed to open with your strength check, Pandad, you feel like you could release it and it will just go and lock again and won't be as hard to open next time. Like you've jostled the dirt and loosened it almost. So if you want to just drop it, and rather than continuing on, you can, or you can continue on if you want. I will leave it up to your discretion.
I think if we leave it as is.
So right now, Pandat's just holding a gate, just kind of shaking, like, cool. There's something this way too.
Oh.
You've got it right.
Yeah. Yes, Lynx. Sorry. Wait. What's that, Lynx?
Can I send my links inside?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. While this is happening, Pengus, if you want to move your character up there, and everybody who wants to go over there, you guys just move over there. I'll cut back to you in a minute. Okay.
Can I just say the character? I fucking love Peneneth. This character is great.
Yeah.
All right. Let me switch something real quick because I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. So we have this real quick. This. So as Lou, sorry, I might just add another 0 because add another O because that's how I say it. So but okay. So you as Lou, you want to move them in? You can move them in. And I'll this too. It's dark and almost desolate, but at the same time, yeah, I know, dude. I'm a fucking idiot. I know.
Noon can't bully you. I don't see them in the session.
I almost killed her. She can bully me. So we have
Yeah, that's fair.
we have Lou basically like slip under the gate, almost like not even waiting for permission. Like
Right.
you can see the this water it seems to be like still, yeah. Yeah, but it's a toilet, loo, you know, like loo, like a toilet. That's what we call it. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Anyway, so this seems to be like a water source. There is a jug on its side with water slowly pouring out. That you seem to see on the rim here. To the left of Lou, seems like an endless row of gates. Yeah. Damn it, Panda. And then on the right here, you have another row which looks like cells and doors. And that's what I want to. That's basically what you see. So, you relay that information back to
Yeah.
to
Can I just
group?
have a can Lou have a sniff at the water? Is there
Yes.
something strange going on there?
No, it's
Is it
definite.
like,
It's definitely water. It's definitely water.
It's just water.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'll dodge back.
Hmm.
I tell them what I saw. Boop. Looks like a prison of some sort, almost, or something like that.
A person of some sort?
Prison.
A prison,
Oh,
or
prison.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No. You don't have to apologize. That's me.
You
being,
opened a bit too much.
I know I did. Shh. Damn it! It's not working. I have to rehide it.
Zoom out quick, everybody! Zoom out!
There you go. I did it.
Well,
Thank you.
with that, do we want to continue this way, or should we just?
Thank you, Muffin. You've been my
I
rock.
almost want to block this way off somehow.
See, that's a bit iffy because we could shut the door
I have
again.
a bit too much on the other side too.
It's okay. But that's
Well,
good.
no,
Thank
no,
you.
no.
I noticed that one too.
Manic mentioned that if we release the door, it'll lock into place.
Uh,
That's what he said.
No. He said that
mistaken.
it would drop into place so that, but you knew you'd be able to open it again.
yeah.
Like it doesn't-
You'll be able to open it again. It's essentially
easier.
I'm making it say so that it's easier. So that if you wanted to lock it, you could just stick something in there and lock it in place, or you could open it whenever you
Sorry,
want.
I
Yeah.
misunderstood that.
It's just so we don't have to do another strength check. That's all. All right.
So if we wanted to lock it, we could drop it in place and then put something into the gears.
Okay. While you guys decide what you want to do, I'm gonna switch back to the other guys. All right. Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Cutting to Nathaniel, Mr. Knox, who is hiding again. Can I get another perception check out of all three of you guys?
All three of who?
Of the Nathaniel, Paneneth, and from Derek, and again another dex check from you, Muffin.
Oh, that 20, baby! Plus
God
4.
damn it.
Yeah, I'm picking dex on purpose.
Okay, I have a fat 7.
What else can you roll? That's your roll. Stop rolling the 7-sided die.
So as Paneneth is dragging on Derek's sleeve, pulling him towards it, Nox is essentially like slipping behind them, and it's almost like Nox is having a bad day. That ration is doing all sorts to his insides. You're almost 100% sure that yet again you hear another ribbit.
Oh, we all hear the ribbit?
Mm-hmm.
Nox, are you okay?
Who's asking?
Me, Derek.
I'm fine. Next time I will pick a fresher ration.
You know, when
Are you sure it was a ration and not a frog?
Technically, yes.
when I
Okay,
eat
well.
bad stuff, the sounds are a bit different that come out of my belly. Not like ribbit.
All
It's
right.
more like
as you guys make your way up the stairs, can I get a survival check from everybody who wants to enter the room, please?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It's the night of
survival
survivors.
check.
Yes, come
Two.
on.
It's perfectly
Well,
fine.
May I ask about a
Where did my-
technicality?
Go.
Sure. Yeah.
Do people that want to enter the room roll, or people that will have to enter the room roll?
If you have to enter the room, you have to roll 2. Yes.
Fuck.
You have to
I-
roll more than 2, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
21 survival check.
Okay.
Peneneth is on a roll, baby.
Peneneth,
Exactly what I'm rolling for.
you want to get higher than 10.
Based on what? What's
Survival.
the stat?
Sorry, survival.
Survival. Oh no, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right. So Pengus is so distracted as he enters this room. He's elated. He's found something familiar. It's the first thing he's seen in 8 hours that's reasonable to a place where he's been before.
They do good. They do good.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
Peneneth, I guess I'll give you Peneneth and Nathaniel since you guys rolled it. Technically, so did Nox. The distribution of the rubble, yeah. Seems that this place might be a little unstable. So I don't know if you
Is
want
there
to.
more rubble now than when I was here 10 minutes ago?
No.
Okay.
But you feel like pulling on anything or pushing on anything might cause some sort of looseness of rocks. With
So,
your 21,
We totally sense that this is like.
Mr. Derek does not sense this. He is too excited by the glowing, familiar gates that he's been
Okay.
staring at for
I will
about a
run
month.
up and grab Mr. Derek. You gotta be careful in here. It's gonna fall apart any second now. Can't you feel it, Mr. Derek? Mr. Derek,
What? Wait.
watch. You gotta watch where you walk, Mr. Derek. It's so scary in here. It's gonna fall.
Commander, we're about to die, I suppose.
Wait, we're on the verge of finding something actually that could help me. Wait. I'll get close to one of those
Yeah.
doorways or portals.
It is a surface. It's a familiar sight because these doors that seem to be doors, they're more of like plate glass that's slightly stained. But when you're moving or walking towards them, they seem to move. For the last couple of months of your research, you've kind of gotten to a point where you've never found one that's not inert. So you're very familiar with these basically being inert. Yeah. You can sense the arcane magic, but it's got nowhere to go, almost. Yeah. Like there is no connection.
Do they resonate with the pendants, maybe?
You are familiar with this pendant, or I want to say, you know it's supposed to be used somehow, but you don't know. You don't quite know how.
On the thing behind me, maybe?
There are 4, well, 3, and 1 that's covered in rubble. What looks like plinths?
Wait, can I, inspect, for example, this one?
Sure. Okay, what do you want to do?
Try to... Does it have, like, a socket?
There is, I can say this. Okay, so can I get an investigation check?
Yes. 10.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Investigation, 12.
Okay, do you speak Elvish?
Nope.
Okay, well, you notice some dwarven, a mixture of dwarven and elven text that seems to be carved into each of these recesses that lead to little, like, almost like a stone section where something could be plopped into.
Hey, Benedict, can you read these for me?
Oh, this.
I go,
Yeah, what I.
it says,
It says. It says in
The-
my deeper manly voice.
it says, you've won.
Dwarves.
The path is hidden from our reach by those who fail to see true power. It is not earned, but taken. Newthearth's will be damned.
Ooh.
Parts, wait.
Can you put that into text in
Yeah,
the Discord?
I can do that for you.
Thank you.
Let me just check.
Because otherwise, I was just gonna say, can you repeat that? You wrote,
Yeah, yeah.
you talked
Yeah.
too fast for me to
Then we
write
will
down.
find out that Jarl is the enemy.
Jadal means enemy. You skipped ahead.
So
Man, these
after
elves are great.
after I tell him that, I'm like, you know who Newdart is, don't you?
Oh my
What?
lord.
Have
Yes.
no clue.
But didn't everybody grow up hearing all the stories?
Let me
Well, I wish I could grow up like
talk
a
among
normal
yourselves while I add this.
While you had this, thank you. Or you can, well, yeah, because it would be nice to be able to read it again.
This is one that I didn't write down, so.
Oh, wow, on the fly.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, it's not on the fly.
Brilliant.
It's in my real notes, not in my actual notes.
Where? Where did you write it?
No, I haven't done it
What
yet.
the
He's
fuck
fixing-
was that
he's gonna put it in player chat.
discussion?
I
It's in my
have...
field notes, not my actual notes.
I have, yeah, I've got field notes and I've got real notes. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I have plan notes and then I have on the fly notes that I change via sessions. Don't worry about it. All DMs do this.
Do I recognize like
That
this
is true.
this
Hmm.
plinth statue thingy with the hooky horns? Do I recognize it?
No, it's just a decoration. It's elvish.
Okay.
It's elvish and dwarvish design that's mixed in. So it's just a plinth basically.
Okay, can I have a little description about the, surfaces? Because one looks like an icy place, this one looks like a fiery one, like volcanic.
You can see that one of them like you're on the right track with that. Like one seems to be more of the fire element. One seems to be more of nature. The other one seems to be either ice or arcane, and then there's a purple one that you're not entirely sure on what that could be attached to.
And if I look at the other, I don't know what you call them, altars or
Altar, yeah, that's pretty on point. Yeah,
are they all written in like Elvish?
Elvish, Dwarven, like they're either Elvish written like carved by like dwarves, or like a mixture of match. They basically say the same thing. I've sent it to both of you, by the way. If you want to put it in the Murkwatch chat, go right ahead. My Discord's being fucky, so I sent it to both of you.
Right now.
You can put it in the Murkwatch chat for me. That would be great.
Yep.
My
Yeah,
Discord is really
doing it right
fucky
now.
when I'm streaming, so I try to ignore it as much as possible.
Done it. The path is hidden from our reach by those who fail to see true power is not. For those who fail to see true power is not earned but taken. Newtart's will be damned. By the way, you said that the text was Dwarven and Elvish. Is it all the same, or is like the will be damned?
No, it's basically a mixture of both. So like it's either on one plinth it's in Elvish, and one it's carved in Dwarvish. Like there's a mixture of match. What you can basically get from that information is that it's clearly not just elves who made this. Like it was made by dwarves and Elvish.
The text was all written at the same time. Like it's not been modified.
No, it's not been destroyed or vandalized. That's the word. Sorry. it seems legitimate. It's clearly been designed with this motto in purpose. Yeah. Do you need a moment to think about this, or do you have another question?
Just another one. Do
Okay.
they all have the same text?
It's more okay. It's not exactly the same, but it's basically the same message. Yeah. Like there are some different syntax. There's some different, they're more along the same lines of get bent Jadal, and not Jadal, sorry, Newtarth, like all that kind of stuff. Just
Fuck you, I mean,
yeah. Basically, fuck you, Newdarth, and lots of ways of kind of just that don't lead up with the old deity of this land, Newtarth.
so Peneneth follows behind Derek as he goes, and every time he reads a different one, he's like, oh, that's not good. They shouldn't talk about Newdart that way. That's not nice. Derek, you gotta be careful where you watch. Mr. Derek, you gotta be careful where you walk.
But wait. What if I take this crystal, purple crystal, and put it back over here?
Okay.
I don't know.
You want to lift it up and put it back here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just ask what else has been going on? Has Nox been ribbiting again?
His stomach's his stomach's been acting up a little while you two watch as this child and arcane master of magic try to figure out this puzzle. Basically, as you pick up this arcane crystal, you could sense that it's just a light source. It's fallen off.
And what
I'm
are
going
these?
to be honest, Commander. This gig might be nice, but the food is horrible.
And what are these white frames? No, not frames. More like.
These are new. These aren't something you're familiar with. They seem to be connected to the altars.
Oh.
But you're not entirely sure why.
Okay. So Peneneth, meanwhile, is going to he's a little concerned about Mr. Knox.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to cast Goodberry.
Okay.
And go over and give Mr. Knox.
Okay. So you give you're gonna give Derek a moment to think. Okay.
Yeah, because I just keep hearing the gurgling over there, and I'm a little worried, and I'm also a little afraid that my stomach's gonna start ribbiting. So I did the good berries. So I have a handful of good berries, and I go over, Mr. Knox, here, eat one of these. It'll make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I will most likely be like looking at, a way to, if the pendant could be used somewhere on these altars, or if these steps can be. How are they connected?
You know that, like, with comparison to the amulet and to the pendant, you feel like you know that it fits in that hole. Like it will fit in there.
On which one?
All of them. If it has the same shape as every altar.
I would directly put it inside this one. Inside the icy one.
Okay. As you approach the altar, you take the necklace, and you insert the stone. I would like. Technically, Technically, you're not all in the room. All right. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, Angus? From Derek. Oh Jesus. Okay. As you drop the gem, the amulet into the crevice, you hear almost like a glow. The portal or the power source behind you seems to illuminate almost, shaking the room. And just as that happens, a brick just drops down from the ceiling above, the vast darkness from above you. With your 20, unfortunately, you step just out of reach as it swishes past your head, cracks into the ground. Several more bricks just drop down and crack, and it's almost like this machine is waking up. The portal still seems to be not active, but you can sense with your arcane power and how you have dealt with these doors before that a connection has completed. Like the door leads is essentially connected to the other part of the nexus and has turned something on or has opened something. And on the white marble in front of you is a symbol which you are very familiar with because it was on the amulet. It's just burned into the stone, basically, glowing a bright blue of the of it.
Guys, I think I got something.
And with that, we'll cut back to the rest of the team over here while you guys have a discussion of what the heck you think might just happen there. All right, okay, guys. You while they're doing that, that was the last like 5 minutes. So what's going on, guys?
If I'm not mistaken, we all voted to close the door unanimously. So we are going to shut and lock the door.
Okay.
Yeah. If there's a way we can lock this one?
I thought of a way that we could at least attempt to lock it, because whenever we lifted it, Manic said that there were gears that we kind of loosened, knocked grime out of. If we just shove something into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a
rocks, boulders, a brick even.
I have a short sword I'm not using. Kind of jam in that. I also have a hunting trap that has a spike, essentially.
Okay. So as you guys bring down the thing again, boink, you hear the click into place, and the door is sealed. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it the way it is, mostly just because you know what's there now, sort of.
Okay.
Are we able to like lock it?
It's fairly easy to lock. Considering the only problem is that it is a gate with holes in it, so someone could easily just come along and remove the short sword if they had sentience. So
Pandad, I'd suggest that you try to put that short sword as high up as you can get it, because you're the tallest out of all of us.
Yeah.
That'll lessen the chance of some lesser undead like a zombie just knocking the sword out of place by accident.
I'll stand at my 8-foot stance and just use my arm length to get it as high as I can. I don't know how high these ceilings are.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right, so you do a makeshift lock of the door, and you make your way back to what's going on. What's the
Do you want to say? I wanted to see if we would. We know this gate's here, right?
Yeah. That gate, yeah.
I would like to also investigate or lock it if I can.
This door is loose. Like almost like you approaching it, almost you can sense that it's been battered against.
From which side?
From the inside.
Oh, okay. Like they were beating against it to try to get out.
Like it's almost like not even on the frame. It's almost just like falling out of the rocks. Like the rock on the left and the right are kind of almost like holding it in place, sort of, but it's clearly not linked to the frame anymore.
I'd like to cast Mending.
Okay.
It's a cantrip to repair the structure.
Okay, that'll take you a minute. It also, are you repairing the rock?
I'm trying to focus on like you said it's like coming out of the frame almost, yeah?
It's basically like, think of it as like it's been like you've broken a glass and it's it's not gonna fit quite the same way because the mold that's sitting in it doesn't really fit. But yeah, I'll say you can kind of mend the door, I guess, to make it a bit stronger.
Yeah, the way shit, let me find the spell real quick. The way that cantrip functions is this spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as broken chain link, two halves of a broken key.
It's gonna take a while. Like you're gonna be there for a while if you do it. I'll say for the next
do it in like
5 minutes.
The most it allows. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're wanting to use that spell, you can, like, I'll say, like, for the next 10 minutes or whatever, you're just sitting there trying to mend this door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The casting time is about a minute, so I can repair a 1 foot gap. That's like, so Shay's gonna like choose the worst looking gap and repair that for like the next minute or so.
Are we just mending it to lock it?
Yeah, no, that's kind of the goal here because it looks like it's about to fall off the hinges. So Shay is just repairing the worst of it.
I'll say a perception check to everybody who's at the gate, who's at the front of the gate.
All right, that's me and Pandad from the looks of it.
Yep. Perception?
Perception, yeah.
11.
That is 12 plus. No, just 12. No, that's 12 plus 5. Sorry, 17.
Okay, with your 17, as you're like mending and focusing and on this gate, you can see that on the side here, there's like some sort of skeletal creature, long spine of something. You're not entirely sure. You're not very familiar with the bestiary of this area. But you are familiar with like pieces of paper and clearly like work that's been here. This is clearly like a laboratory of some sort, or a makeshift kind of medical place. It's that's basically what you pick up from that.
Panda, did you mention to the rest of the party what exactly kind of like I don't know if you could sense like if it was undead or just evil?
I think it was just undead, right?
Undead. Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, drawing the conclusion that it was undead and that's a laboratory, Shay now assumes that's a necromancer's lab. There we go.
Could be. I'm thinking we could go after him, but I really don't think there's any reason for us to go after the undead thing. We should go find the alive guy named Chase.
If I'm quite honest, I think the undead guy is already dipped the fuck out. I think he's the one who teleported out of that back room.
Well,
it's my assumption.
I could sense that it's coming from this direction, essentially. Well, like the lower area direction.
Yeah.
So it's probably still in that area because he can sense within 60 feet.
That's a good point, but it could just be the undead.
Could just be the undead.
That spell is useful until it's not.
until we need to know specifics.
All right, so you guys, are you guys reconnecting with the party, or what are you doing? What's the decision?
Yeah, once this door is repaired enough, Shay is going to reconvene
as you
Pandad and the rest.
Get to the point where you think this door is fixed enough. You look at Pandad, you look at Ruby, and then you look at Sin, and then you hear like you feel like a rumbling, like a shift, as if like you been hit, like someone's come up to you and like tapped your shoulders, like all of you. As the stairway behind you seems to light up for a second, and a flash of blue light just floods that room and bleeds down this area. Upon the I want to say activation of this device that poor Derek has plugged in, you see the moss and plant life around you start to not sway, not move, not grow. It seems to almost rescend slightly. The moss seems to just start falling off of the walls that it's no longer climbing up.
Like it's withering?
it's withering to a point of where it's almost like whatever just turned on seems to have some sort of effect on the overgrowth of this area. I'm not going to remove all this green stuff. I'll remove it next time. But it seems to be dripping off of the walls. All the vines seem to be like falling down as if it's like slowly dying and decaying.
It's withering. Okay,
That familiar scent of sweet stickiness is there, and it seems to fill your lungs slightly. But yet again, it's disappearing. Yeah, it's disappearing. Fire Noon because she's lovely. Well, you know what? Let me just do a death save for her real quick.
Come on, old Benji, don't fuck that up.
Um,
I just say, Nick, receipting. This is maybe like a live action thing. We want to see it receipting in real life. Come on.
Okay, I'm not deleting it. That'll take the rest of the stream. That's the next 40 minutes.
Don't worry, we'll sit around after the stream and watch.
Okay. All right. So as you guys come up the stairs, I'm guessing you see Nox and Nathaniel standing there, almost flabbergasted. I guess. How are you guys going to react to this brave step that Derek has decided?
I'm basically going to. I'm going to basically stop everyone from moving up too far.
Okay.
Just to say that, just remind them that what Paneth said, Paneth said that the room is very unstable.
Yep. Okay.
So they basically watch the footing.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm a bit dazed from the blue flash as well.
Yeah.
Having seen the explosion of light and not knowing much about arcane bullshit herself, Shay is fairly concerned for Peneth's safety. So she's going to run her way up the steps, and upon hearing Nathaniel's warnings, not go any farther, because wearing full chainmail, she's kind of heavy set.
The junkie.
Well, yeah, fucking chainmail's heavy as shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, as you come up, Pengus, Derek looks towards the gate, and comes to a realization that it's not a portal. Or at least not this one. This one seems to be a font, like a font of power, a font of extreme energy. From your arcane knowledge, you can gather the kind of idea that it seems to be some sort of anti-magic barrier. That you've essentially just turned on a defense mechanism for this area, and on the strength of the arcane energy that you can feel, or you can feel like barely a glimpse of it. It's quite a big one. It still technically gives you answers to your research, because it gives you another opportunity to realize that some of the doors that you thought were portals before might necessarily just be fonts. They might be places of power that need to be turned on and hooked up to a nexus of magic.
Okay.
So pretty. Are you going to touch it? Are you going to touch it? It's so pretty. I should touch it.
I extend my hand to try to reach to it.
Yep. It's cool. Your hand does not travel through it.
Okay, my hand just stopped by an invisible wall.
Almost basically like you're putting your hand against like a cold plate of ice.
Okay. So, wait, I turn around. Oh, I see that we have quite a crowd over there. Everything is fine. You just need to watch your step and the ceiling.
And the ceiling?
And everything in between, I suppose.
There's no ceiling. What are you talking about?
Upon hearing Panina say there's no ceiling, Shay's gonna look up. Is there a ceiling?
Now, instead of darkness, unending darkness, there seems to be a stream of blue, a blue light, essentially, like that seems to be going like on, kind of like on a circuit, almost, just like running, like rolling around in a circle, almost like a galaxy spinning kind of thing. Think of it as like a web that's being spun, with only a blue line, and then like a white line that's following around after it. There seems to be some sort of magical network that's, I want to say,
Like a constellation?
sort of like a constellation, but it's clearly random, and it's more along the sense of like this magic is connected to different locations. Is what
Like a
Derek,
map.
like what Derek kind of assumed from his from this connection to this large font of magic.
Nox, do you have any idea what's going on up there? And Shay points to the random star, the random light show above them.
Ribbit.
Would I? Ribbit. I say ribbit.
Are you? Did you eat a frog earlier
Uh,
today?
here, let me.
Might as well.
Eat the
Might as
berry.
well. No, not yet. Do I need to... Is it an Arcana check or just regular insight?
I'll give you. What you pick? You pick. I'm gonna send you a message as well. So.
I suppose I will go with Arcana.
You see frogs.
Suppose I know exactly what it is because it's 25.
Okay, read the DM.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was too high a roll for Nox. Who are you and what have you done with them?
Okay, it was the frog that was rolling. Okay.
So, if I
Okay. So I don't know exactly what this is, but that definitely seems important enough to care about it. And someone really didn't want us to find it if they had that particular system of security behind us.
I gone back to the step.
Yeah.
The little square.
Mhm.
It still has the same rune.
The rune is still on the it's basically like the blue light that's from above. It's the same color, except for this one has taken a shape and is imbued on the white marble.
What if I step on it? Try to get closer look.
From your, let's just say from your roll, it just seems to be an on switch. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. It's almost like a display port.
Okay.
It's just that it's on. Yeah. It's instead of trying to push it or anything. You're smart enough to know it's just a glyph that highlights when magic is not inert.
Okay. And,
Shay, I think you have another one to babysit because this one has been touching magical stuff this entire time with his bare hands.
I will take away the pendant, the amulets from the pockets.
Okay. You remove the pendant. And the rune on the mark on the floor, it seems to stay.
To stay?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay, guys, stay back. I will do something.
Oh god.
We're not going in there. You keep touching funny magic stuff, and like Nox just suggested, I may have to babysit you too.
I try to hurry up.
As he says, Nathaniel's going to slowly start moving down the stairs.
Okay, all right, okay. Wait.
That's a good
So you're
Can I
gonna.
go back to the undead, or
Well, wait a minute. Okay, so Pegasus is going to drop on the artifact back into this crevice, correct? That's what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, I need as soon as you do it, I need another dex check. I also need one for Peneneth.
And then if this is why you don't run off,
Ooh.
Fine.
you get stuck
It's
with weird wizards who like grabbing everything.
14.
That's high enough. Yet again, another as it clicks in place, the familiar
Fucking ninja, baby.
as the familiar symbol takes place on the marker here. It takes form. The red channeling of magic seems to highlight. This flash of orange and yellow light hits you. Just as a brick comes, another bit of rubble comes crumbling from above. You see a jet of red, orange, and yellow, like a string pulling from the portal, from the gate, and hissing all the way up and mixing with the blue and forming another pattern. From just these two that you can kind of put together, this is definitely some sort of magic matrix that has been formed over the last century. Like it's clearly old, not old well, no, it is. It's old magic. Yeah, really old magic that is that has taken quite a lot of elves a lot of time to set up.
So
this one is covered with rubble, right?
That one's covered
yes.
with rubble. Yeah.
I probably should say scoot, and I want, and I suppose it's just perception or insight to see if I can kind of
Remove
the rubble.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So which one I should go with?
I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick your with reasoning. If you want to do your if you want to take your highest stat, I'll let you do that. That's fine.
Yeah, don't worry. Both insight and perception go from the same stat, which is one of my lowest.
I mean, you do have like a barbarian over there.
Oh, don't worry. It's to figure it out, not to move it.
I know. So, okay. You could kind of like with your knowledge of repetition.
It's 8. I apologize.
Yeah, no. With your knowledge of repetition, you can figure out that it's probably underneath there. There's probably something that's similar to the other altars. That's about it, though.
I suppose before everyone goes, I might need a hand.
Shay's gonna walk back up, and where is the best spot to step to not fall through the floor?
The floor seems pretty stable. It's the roof that's not.
That was Shay asking Nox because she was warned to watch her step.
Okay.
Anything that doesn't have a big white spot on the ground, and I suggest putting a shield above your head as well.
Are you?
The wizard boy dodged a brick when it all started.
Okay. Shay, with that knowledge in hand, will actually raise her shield above her head and begin walking and avoiding these white bricks.
So Peneneth has a question to God.
God.
The path is hidden from our reach.
Yep.
In chat, you typed that with a capital R. Is that a name?
No, it's because my Discord was acting up, and I didn't want to change it.
Got it. Thank you. So that's not significant.
No, it's not significant. The significance is what it says. That's basically it. There's
hidden.
Yeah.
Nox, are we removing these bricks?
Yeah, we have to.
We will.
All right. Shay is going to assist in removing the rubble from this funky altar.
Okay.
Those we're doing the strength checks.
I will say highest strength check, and then with advantage with help.
Shay is rocking 16 plus 3. Nox, what do you have? I think yours.
18 plus 4.
Yeah, yours is higher. Okay.
The fuck?
Yeah, but remember my rolls.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but see, you have assistance right now. It's okay.
So that's 17. And this is. Don't be a 1. That's a 20.
See, it's because
Baby.
it's because Shay is helping you. It's
Mhm.
okay.
Proximity.
Your rolls are a part of my rolls.
As you
I
lift,
cancel out your badges.
as you lift this large, heavy rock, you almost get like a woo, wow, like an impressed. As Ruby stares at you, basically lifting this large rock up and then throwing it off. You make quick work of it. Like the rubble is not like mashed in. It's not. It's kind of like it falls away. Yeah, there are like a couple of big heavy bits of rock, but after that, you kind of pull back the altar and it's there. It is broken though. The segment seems to be cracked, so the pendant can't quite fit without it basically being broken. Also, also considering the sight of it from behind, the portal seems to be covered in rubble. The glass seems to be not shattered, but submerged in rocks and debris.
Think we need more pendants, Mr. Derek?
That'll take more time than I expected.
Shay's gonna point at the. Do all of these altar things have funny writing on them, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing what it says because Shay's not very fluent in multiple languages, she's gonna point it and basically ask, what is all that?
Shay,
Nox will quickly relay the message and just add, and just a bunch of swears.
Yep.
and a bunch of swears.
What's up with people inscribing things in swear words? I don't get it. Elvish is so fucking weird.
It doesn't matter now. Okay, I will let you take off the rubbles here. I will go to the other one.
Okay.
We'll let you take off.
Lou, I think you will need to move her away, unless.
Fucking wizards.
Sen, do you
I
want?
heard you.
You were meant to.
Sen, do you want to move Lou, or is Lou happy where she is? Links. I'm assuming she might not be there. Okay, I'm assuming that she's moved it then.
No. She's here.
You're here. Okay.
Man, I have a question. If you're, yeah.
Okay, no worries,
This
Links. It's
bowl.
okay.
Is this bowl itself magical?
No, it's
Okay, so the bowl can easily be repaired with mending.
You can try. You can certainly try.
Okay, well, Shay is going to attempt to mend the bowl for the only.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
It's
my
okay.
headset sometimes.
It's okay.
Lost
It's all right.
the connection.
It's okay. We were asking if you wanted to move Lou out of the way before he puts in the rock, puts in the thing to finish the circuit. Or are you happy with them there?
No, I can move it. I can move her. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over
I'm
here.
gonna warn Shay. Shay, whenever Mr. Derek did something with that wacky pendant that I had, rocks fell from the sky, from the magic ceiling.
Okay.
So,
Okay, well, next time he turns one on, just try to stay close, and I'll keep my shield above both of our heads.
but
So-
he was
About
messing
now.
with
So
He was
everyone roll a dex
messing
check.
with the thing. No.
Okay, wait. I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the break. Coming.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a ninja.
Oh, for the love. All right.
Okay.
You can't hurt the child. It's like
Almost-
fucking Yoda.
Almost
Wait,
as
Yoda
if
flip.
like prediction, like
No.
you like with the more lights. Are you-
Oh, Ruby.
wait, Ruby's not even in there. You're not
I
even
know.
in.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to do it.
Okay. So Lou, you'll also need to roll d22 because she's in here too. So
Do I need to roll despite having the shield raised?
the shield, yeah. Well, it might hit your shield. So. Oh no.
I'm fine with hitting the shield.
Oh no. Okay, as Lou is walking along the shift, yet again, like a rainfall of like debris, bricks, stones, rocks, ba-dum. Like you can hear the whole hallway, like almost like fireworks are going off with the slapping of like rock on rock, and one unfortunately manages to clip Lou.
Oh no.
So you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Bludgeoning damage, so that doesn't matter. Just -6 from the hit points. Who else rolled? What did you roll? Okay.
I didn't know I had to roll because I asked about the shield thing.
Yeah. So
I said I was fine with it hitting the shield.
okay, so roll anyway because it doesn't matter if it hits
Okay.
the shield.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So you thinking you're very clever and holding the shield above your head? A rock lands like a foot in front of you, and as it hits the ground, it shatters, and bits of rock come flying up and hitting you in the face and in the arm and such for 6 points of damage.
Shay feeling
6
very
points?
miffed.
Holy
Gonna
shit.
fucking... What the fuck? The fuck's the shield for? And
Hey, you fail the roll. You fail the roll.
no. I understand that. She was hoping the fucking rocks would like hit the shield and not shatter like a bottle. So now she's very angry with the shield for not working.
Yeah. Okay. So as you push this thing in again, the familiar symbol once more clicks in, boom, lights it up, and this purple hue twists itself. It joins the it pulls out like a thread once more from the plate mirror, or the portal as we were kind of calling it now. It looms up into the darkness and joins with the other two, spiraling together, almost forming not a complete
So each time he
nexus.
puts the thing in a different one, it completes more and more up in the ceiling.
It's not actually a constellation. It's essentially just forming kind of like a ribbon. Like, you know how when you twist like rope together, or you twist yarn together, it's kind of doing that. Yeah, and it's just forming a connection, and it seems to just jet off into like what looks like darkness and then just fade. But it's almost magical in essence. Think of it as like a different plane. Almost. It's not like looking above you is not the continent of Catatonia. It's more of like like you're in a submarine. You're looking outside into the water. Like you're not really in the water, but you can see it. Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Like a funny demi-plane almost.
Almost kind of like that. Almost like that. Yeah. It's a visual representation of this magic essentially connecting to a nexus. Yeah.
These doorways, these portal of powers, it's all focused on the blue one?
No.
Or they're
No.
all equally...
These seem to be, from what Derek has put together, they seem to be not necessarily portals, but more like on switches or other fonts, other places, other dungeons, other areas on the map.
Okay.
That with essentially I'm trying to think of how to word it. Think of it as like those cans where you have like a can and then you've got like string attached to it, then you have another can. Well, this is basically that. Like you just put another can on, but you don't know where the other can is, so you can't.
Got it.
You don't know what it's communicating with. Yeah. You're turning them on. You just don't know what that means.
We'll see soon enough.
We'll see soon enough.
Whenever you turn on this last one, I want to get out of this fucking room because
The mending is not working.
Oh well.
Wait, what have you done?
So now he's turned on 3 of them or all 4 of them?
Three are on.
Okay, so Peneneth is gonna move to the door because he knows what's coming. I'm getting out of the way of the magic rocks, but I'm gonna stand. I know what's coming.
Away? I mean, taken away or
The rubble, the rubble's taken away.
gone.
I'll remove
Okay.
that. I'll remove
I
this.
just
Shay saw that it was cracked and was trying to fix where the amulet sits using the cantrip mending. However, it doesn't seem to be working as she had hoped.
can I?
Yep. No, go
inspect
ahead.
The sockets
Get
a
out,
bit
get
and
out!
More, so
Lou, come to me. Here, kitty.
Okay, so
Woo!
the cat, Lou is moving over, right? Lou is moving over, just
I would
because
say
of the
so.
damage that they took before. Sin
Oh.
knows to move them out of the way. So yeah, this bowl is cracked. It's cracked, and it doesn't seem to be able to be repaired. It's almost like it needs to be rebuilt in a sense. Your magic doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
I give Lou a good berry.
Can be rebuilt.
A good berry?
Yeah, it gives Lou
I
1
don't think a
point
good
of
berry
health
would
back.
solve the
Yeah,
problem.
a good berry is not going to solve the crafting of this.
No, for the cat.
Yeah, I know,
For the lynx.
I know.
1 point of health back.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Shay, do that tree trick you did.
Fuck off, Nox.
Yeah.
Enough joking.
Yeah.
Shay, I believe that we need to remake the sockets, but
Should we? Okay. Shay is going to attempt to grab the 2 halves of this socket. That way we can get a proper mold and everything like that.
Sure. Okay. So you try and recover as much of the bowl as possible. All right.
Yeah.
I'll let you just like pick that up and like collect it and throw it up. Okay.
Okay, I'll add that to my inventory. then.
From this though, you seem to realize that the room can't be completed right now.
Yeah.
Without this font, you have a feeling that you've done something. You have a feeling that the effect has taken hold. You haven't actually relayed the information to Derek about the overgrowth, so you might want to do that. not to remind you, but he wasn't in the room when all that stuff started dying.
You can notice it whenever we leave.
Okay,
Shay's
fair
angry
enough.
with the break.
Wow, fair enough. Okay.
Peneneth wouldn't know either.
No, Peneneth wouldn't know either, so she should shush. Right.
Shay, this place is boring. Let's go. I don't think.
Nox, what's Nox doing?
this is
I
mechanical.
wanted to check. I want to check the doors.
Okay, as you walk over to the door, are you gonna open it?
I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna check the doors.
Okay, investigation.
Yes.
Uh,
Every time I open the door, there's like a 10,000.
Here it comes.
skeletons behind me.
Here it comes. We're almost like at the 3 hour mark. Here comes the combat.
Yeah, it's the door.
Wait, what fucking door are we opening?
This one
Where
over
did
here.
Nox go?
Oh no, not
He's up
slide that door. No.
It's,
Oh, God.
what was it? Investigation,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, investigation. Mhm.
You get 24, my boy.
Okay. Well,
Is that a door?
it is a very familiar door, and you see that the metal seems to be jammed on this side.
I know.
What? What?
What? How familiar are you talking?
Like
Is
you've
this-
been on the other side of that door.
Like a couple hours ago before we descended into the pit, familiar.
Oh, you.
Is there dragon fire still on the other side
Well,
of the door?
there's that
We-
mystical mystery solved. I don't think we have to worry
Nox,
about
that door leads
barricade.
outside, isn't it?
I don't think we have to barricade the door in the camp anymore because that's the exit there.
Well, if we unbarricade it, we can at least have a shortcut. And I'm
Without,
not.
without
fucking
needing to
hole.
jump down a hole.
Your
Yeah.
luck is fucking jammed.
Well,
What?
jammed as
What
in like
happened
there's
here?
a bar blocking it, or jammed as in like the
Go
door.
look.
is fucked?
Go look.
I didn't ask. Give me a second.
The door is. It's. Do you want to open it, Muffin? I'll let you open it. It. You can see with the contraption that seems to be like a bit of rock in the way of the door. It's jammed because you guys were trying to push it open and then locked it essentially on both. Like,
It's not a push door. It's a
Yeah.
pull door.
Oh.
so it's free. It's free. It's free.
Can I go out and call old Benji a dumbass?
No.
Someone's got to.
Hey.
Ruby, what happened here? What happened to the green things here?
It's decaying, I guess.
Thank you for your scientific approach, Ruby.
You're welcome.
Is it more decayed than when they came through the first time?
Yeah, because whenever y'all started turning on the funny, whenever Derek started plugging stuff in, the weird funky magic started stopping the plant growth.
I want to say Nathaniel and Sin, that you guys were at the back. Maybe Panda too. Could you roll a survival check?
Sure.
Just so
So in the back.
20. Dirty 20.
Dusty 20. Right. Well, okay. Nathaniel, you seem to kind of get the idea with your roll. That
Got 11.
the only thing that changed was when the first one turned on. After that, it seemed to be like there was no effect. The green vines and overgrowth didn't die quicker. It was essentially just the first turn on that seemed to just quell the overgrowth. Is ability to rapidly, I want to say mutate, but essentially grow faster than it usually does. This as you come down the stairs, you notice that all this green vegetation has now essentially turned into like a soup.
Yum.
And then make sure you tie your boots. You don't want that in your shoes.
The plants died. It's
And then if it's
The
okay, because of
sweet
the weird overgrowth.
sweet syrupy decay is very ripe now, almost like bubbling.
Oof.
Is it flowing away anywhere, or is it just like lying still?
It's just pooling into like the little segments of the floor that have been
okay.
broken
Just
down.
wanna
Is it making us? Is it making us sick?
No, it's just unpleasant. It's just unpleasant. That's all.
Like walking through a swamp.
Swamp.
I'm not going to delete all the green stuff right now
It's okay.
because that's a lot of work, and fuck you.
We get it. You don't care.
I could have done another version of this without it, but I'm lazy. All right. Yeah, I know.
So what
I know.
So, Peneneth is gonna ask Shay because I think Shay's right next to me.
Yes.
What did you guys find on the other side of your gate?
Well, we saw a funny pool of water, and Pandad smelt the scent of decay, and
Sensed it.
since some I thought you also smelt like the rotting flesh.
I mean, I've felt that throughout the whole
So,
chamber.
I think you're talking about this out loud, because at that point, Nathaniel will just say, "Oh, that's just what Panda smells like after a few days."
Ah, well, then we found a funny pool.
You also found a laboratory.
Shay was getting there, damn it. I was talking about the first door.
A laboratory.
I didn't say no.
Let's go.
There was also what looks like a necromancer's lab with bones and lots of different notebooks and papers strewn about.
They do bad stuff.
They do lots of bad stuff. Tyr does not look upon the defiler of graves kindly.
There's graves back there too?
No, but anyone who's a necromancer and raises the dead, depending on, you know.
Just want to say a lot of assumptions here, guys. A lot of assumptions.
Hey, look.
He's run up to this gate. And
I
he's,
haven't
like,
mentioned
looking through the
necromancers
gate.
once.
Yeah, no, assumptions. Because
Yeah.
dead body, funny papers, dead people in the other room.
Okay.
Necromancy.
Yeah. Penenneth ran up to the gate because he's like, I want to see. Open the door. I want to see.
No, we're not opening this door. This one is a little funky. We're gonna go. Well, I'm hoping we choose to go through the other door.
Okay. Well, it's up to you guys. What are you doing? I will say that we're almost at the 3-hour mark, so this will be like the final decision before we close up for the night. So.
Go back through here.
So there's this door that is an exciting surprise mystery, or that dumb old big squeaky door that all those skeletons were in that we had to kill.
I'm gonna go bring a thing with the dragon fire a bit closer to us.
Thank you for the
just
follow.
in case.
Just in case.
Maybe park it in like the other room. That way it's not near all the
I was
floor.
gonna say, maybe take Ruby just to carry it as well.
So I'm thinking somewhere here, right?
Yep.
Somewhere here.
Okay.
Or right next to the brazier or something. I would maybe not recommend that.
I'll
Yeah,
I said somewhere here.
You check the door,
might be
Pankus?
behind the corner and anything.
It's still fine. You can open it if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
I would just pour some like rubbles and
On the other side?
No, just on the outside of the door. Does
Okay.
it like swing our way or the other way?
It swings the other way.
Shit.
Because the first time that Nox opened the door, it got caught on some of the rubble and made a horrible noise. So.
Okay. I will not open it yet.
Mm.
I'll wait for whatever they are doing and just pay attention to if I hear anything from the other side.
Just, and if there's battle encounter, you will just open the door to just add on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're opening the door, yeah? Okay.
Mhm.
Let me open the door then.
Wait, door or gate?
Which door?
This one? Right?
Okay, the gate.
The gate. Yeah, sorry, I'm saying door, but I'm meaning this one. I'm the one that you guys are done. Okay, you swing the gate back open. Wide enough.
I have to take the thing out.
Yep. Okay, you take it back.
Because I thought you were taking lead.
As you guys enter the room, you hear. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have a thing for this? Let me just check real quick.
I take a bath now. I feel stinky.
You might not want to. Well, I mean.
I wouldn't jump. I wouldn't jump in there, kid.
As you enter the room, you see the familiar jug that's turned on its side. Water still pouring out of it.
Where's the jug?
Shay's gonna pick up said jug.
Over here.
Okay.
Okay, you pick up the jug. It's full.
Knew it. Shay is going to tip the jug over, like just straight upside down, still holding it.
Okay. Water continues to pour out of it.
She then flips it back over.
Yep.
And
Still
peeks
full.
inside.
Still full.
Okay. Yep.
It's an alchemist.
We were right.
It's an alchemist jug.
It's a completely the wrong kind of jug that I thought it was. I thought it was a jug of a decanter of endless water or some shit.
Nope. It's just it's an alchemist's jug. It's just filled with a liquid.
It's not filled with mayonnaise. Oh well.
Nope. Not mayonnaise. Okay. As you all come in, what's happening here? What's everybody doing? Let's do one by one. Okay. Ruby, what are you doing?
Am I still carrying the dragonfire with me?
No. We left it in the first
room.
room. We left it in the first room. So.
No, I thought I picked it up.
Okay.
Or do I leave it there?
You probably left.
I did ask Ruby to come back, basically to go with Nox and grab it and bring it into this room back here.
Okay.
The green growth that's dying, and leave it in here so it's closer.
Okay,
Here,
right,
in
fair
this
enough.
spot.
So it's left there.
Okay,
Okay.
I did that then.
Okay.
I did that.
All right.
And then I went over there.
Okay. Pandad, what are you doing?
Somebody has to hold the door open, right? Because
No. Like from what it is, from how loose it is and stuff like that, you could easily just lock it in place. There's like something that you could just stick a bit of metal in there and it'll hold. Like it's not
Okay,
it's
so
not
I would probably just lift
yeah.
it up and put the short sword higher, essentially, and just lock it in place. And I would have gone in and kind of started looking around. I don't think my channel divinity thing or divine sense is still up, so I'm guessing I don't sense where that I felt that whatever aura anymore.
I can cast it if you want, so you can save a spell slot.
Okay, well,
it's not a spell slot. It's just I can do it.
the
3
channel
times
divinity.
per
Yeah,
long rest.
we'll get to you, Shay. We'll get to you in a minute. Okay, Muffin, since you get in a chat, you get a chat of bardic inspiration. You can note that down for next time, I guess. What are you doing, Muffin?
I'm staying back at the moment just to make sure that there are no surprises from that door.
Okay, all right, okay.
From the place we entered.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I'm a rear guard at the moment.
Lynx, what's Sin doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna send in my links to have another sniff again at the at the water, because I feel like there's something iffy going on there.
Okay.
I don't trust that water, so I'm gonna let her do the sniffing.
I'll roll a survival check.
You sniff a ribbit.
There's a frog in the water.
Ribbit. Oh, that's what happened.
15. All right. From your information gathering and the fact that you've been here before and you've smelt it, you look around and you notice this is a big basin of water, almost as if it's supposed to feed something.
Oh shit.
Something big, I guess.
Or lots of little things.
Also true.
Feed as in supply water for like a giant water, not like it feeds some other tributary, but it's for
Something that needs water.
Okay.
Yeah, like to not die of thirst. Angus, what is Derek doing?
Just be on the lookout while the others are trying to explore.
Okay.
And pay attention to any more rivets.
Can I get a deck save from you, Muffin?
Sure, fucking, why not? There you go, there's my 5.
That frog is really quick. You just can't. You just can't. Time. Ribbit. Well, you get. Oh wait, no, you get advantage. You get advantage. Muffin.
Oh, cool.
You get to waste it on this.
I get to waste it on this. So what was it? Give me a second. That was 7 and plus D4.
Mm-hmm.
You also got inspiration.
Oh, you also have a sort of inspiration as well. Remember, yeah.
7.
Well.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, you get to roll another. You get to roll another D20.
Why?
Because you got advantage. You're the Grace of Snow White, who she's given you advantage.
Cool.
There you go. 21. Yay! Nobody heard it, Rivet.
What the fuck do you mean her? Why am I dodging?
Okay, well no, you're not done. Like, I'll explain later.
No, we wanted to hear the
No,
ribbit.
I'll explain. I'll explain it later. I'll explain it later.
Second, I want to roll sleight of hand.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Just quick. I'm gonna roll sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's plus 4. It's 17.
Yep.
I want to flick a good berry into my hood.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to do it
Yeah, good.
rather quickly. That's probably the reason why nobody hears anything this time. Your stomach's
You
fixed.
flicked the good berry into your what?
Mmm.
Hood?
Your stomach.
Did we see him? Did we see him
No,
flick the good
no,
berry
you're
into
in the
his hood?
room. What are you doing? Get out of there. Get out of here. You can't be involved in everything, Bean. Come on.
Where is he?
It's sleight of hand. We know
He's
nothing.
behind.
He's behind you. All right, he's behind you. All right, Bean, what are you doing? Come on, hit me with what you're doing while you're following.
I'm amazed at the magic jug.
Well, okay.
And Shay, can I try the jug? Can I try it? Does it only work for you? Can I try the jug?
It doesn't only work for me. It's just it's an enchanted jug or something like that. Here, just be careful and don't drop it. I don't want the room to flood.
Okay, as you are fumbling and
Fumbling? No. This is like a two-handed hand.
yeah, as you're fumbling and playing around with the jug, showing it off, and with then essentially shouting as she's showing or as he's showing his excitement. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
Initiative.
So you hear mumbling and shuffling, and as the hallway to the north starts to, you hear the doors and rattling of cages as these
Getting ready there, I'm being.
as the noises start to echo down, hitting your ears, and Dad's divine sense essentially sends a shiver up his spine. Shay's connection with Tyr has sparked a self-defense mechanism, as you can hear the familiar grunt and groan of what could possibly only be described as the mufflings of undead. And as Peneneth stands there, pouring water all over himself, we're going to end there for tonight.
They're here.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. Coming to get you.
I know that reference.
I have to let my cat in as well, so yeah. It's also pissing down with rain, which is why she's upset. So yeah. Let me do a quick thingy here, guys. Thank you very much for playing in today's session. As always, it's
Thank you.
I enjoy the experience. I hope everybody else here has enjoyed tonight. This happens every 2 weeks, so I don't think my D&D thing will work actually, but we'll do that real quick. Does this work? There we go. This works.
Well, Renee, I can start a fight, you know.
Wow.
Pacific time, 1 p.m. Mountain
So we can start a fight with Rennie.
Central time, and 3 p.m. Eastern time. Come, stay a while and listen. You can also follow my YouTube channel to
That's
watch
right.
the
You need to
VODs,
drop
which will
in
be
a
uploaded
Rene figure,
there.
and we will
Yes,
attack it.
I'm
Beat
selling
the
my
heck out of him. Remember that Renee. Oh my lord, what happened here? Oh
We
my
don't
god.
have an avatar, so you can bring him here.
Yeah, we could do. Let me see. Let me
Yeah,
move to
come
this.
in, Rennie.
Doing D&D, yes.
We won D&D. We did well. Thank you everybody for taking part. What else could we say? What are we saying? Like I said, next week is not D&D, but the week after is D&D. So every 2 weeks we play. I'm just looking at, is there anywhere we can raid out to? Who do we have? Do we have any D&D people? Do we have any Tailspire people? Yes, not. My Explorer is being weird. Next week is Rava's funeral. Rava is not dead. Rava took a bit of a hit, and unfortunately, she's being imbued by the power of giants. It's just that no one gets to see that because it's behind.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Doing a quick search. There is one person streaming Tailspire.
Okay.
The Realm of the Bearded Beard.
Realming of the Bearded Beard.
So Realm of the Bearded Beard. Yeah.
Let me have a look. Look at
You
Tailspire.
have to be a follower to chat.
You?
Yuck.
I don't like that. I hate that,
Ooh.
but it's fine.
Get
Um,
the chat to be a follower.
well, I don't want to follow just to say hi. Like hi, like all right. Stop top shooting magic shit. Maybe there's less breaks. Spoilers. It's
Oh,
not
I've never
spoilers
met you.
technically, not really. Why is this loading up so quickly? All right. So just so we're clear, oh wait, Mike is playing Divinity. Ooh, that could work. Divinity's good. I like Divinity.
Sword's playing Chrono Trigger.
All right. Okay. So just so we're clear, we're gonna introduce my players and such again, because you know, it's nice to do this just because these people are my lovely players. I love all of them. Thank you very much for taking part. Bean, please introduce yourself. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you do.
Bean! I'm the Bean. I play Peneneth, the amazing little child druid. And I stream, and I'm having so much fun. Thank you, Manic.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Jay, Marcy.
I am Shay. I go by Huntress Marcy. I'm the party's cleric and worrywart of a mother, because everyone touches shit and just runs off without notifying me.
Ruby, Gemma.
I'm Purple Dead and I stream most times. I am the barbarian of the group. That's it.
Lynx, who are you?
Yep, I'm Lynx. I play Sin, and I got a badass cat called Lou.
Thank you very much. Panda.
I am Sad Panda 90, variety streamer, also playing Panda, the paladin of the group.
Muffin. This time can we say Muffin? Can we get another actual shout out, like a proper shout out for Muffin? Because I forgot him the first time because I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, this is what I get for raiding you. Anyway, yes, it is Mr. Muffin. Welcome to Murkwatch. Hope to see you next time. I play Nox. I roll sevens.
I'll do that. Thank you, Noon.
Some people were born to be high rollers, not Nox.
Not Nox. No. Okay, Pengus.
Well, I'm Pegasus King. I also stream, and I'm definitely going to get this party killed someday.
We'll see. I mean, you did a lot of pushing buttons, so that's fun. Usually Peneneth's job. And then we have Dr. Hobo.
Yeah, so I'm a hobo, and
Let's say co-DM at this point.
yeah, co-DM slash. I'm playing Nathaniel Garrow, one of the NPCs now and again. I'm jumping in and out to help Manic, just to, as I say, co-DM, and yeah, I enjoy D&D, so it's another excuse to play D&D. So
Yeah. Oh,
So I'm playing Nathaniel Garrow, one of the lieutenant of the Greyhawks, and he is a rogue.
yeah, well, there we
He's
go.
basically a permanent member of the party at this rate.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see once the time skip happens and what happens there. Well, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Like I said. Okay, we're all gonna raid. We're gonna raid Mike. We're gonna raid Mike. That's what we're gonna do. Because he's a good guy. He's a good bean. He's playing Divinity: Original Sin. Me and Pengus, we played that game. It took us 12 years. Also, I would also like to give another shout out, because actually tomorrow, we have Rene right here, who is doing his 1-year affiliate stream, which we will be out. 21 seconds to wait for that shit. God damn it. Wait, I'm gonna talk for 21 seconds. Then I'm gonna shout Rene out again with the actual thingy. He will be doing a 1-year affiliate stream. I'm going to be there. Angus is going to be there. I think everybody here is probably going to be here at some point during that day. He's going to be doing some Tailspire stuff, so if you're into that, that will be fun. Other than that, though, I will be back on Monday with Mass Effect 3. So,
Heroes here?
Hmm?
Heroes here?
Heroes here?
Here is here.
Here is here. Rene's right here. Rene is right here. Rene. We've got it. Okay, thank you guys. Let me just do this again. God damn.
Manic,
Yep.
before you start talking again, thank you so much for doing this.
No worries.
You're a great DM. I don't have experience, but you do a great job.
No. I don't need to hear that.
He does that.
He hates
I do all
bullies. You know this.
Listen,
I know.
I'm here having fun
Yeah.
with my friends. That's all that's
Supposed to
important.
bully him and tell him that he's bad at stuff.
I'm only here because you guys wanted to play D&D, and I just wanted to make, a game where you guys can play it and have fun. And that's the main part. I want to make a cohesive story where you guys can, make impacts, make decisions. Also, thank you for voting in the mystery prize. Congratulations, everyone, and thanks to Pengus for pushing all the buttons. Now we have a boss fight for the team to fight, but they'll never know when it's gonna happen, and you can thank Snow for that. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
What is this bullshit?
That's a damn, isn't it?
It's the damn. Well, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's go, guys.
Damn.
Thank you very
It
much.
hasn't-
Uh,
Aren't you proud of us? We split the party. You're welcome.
you can
Yay.
do you can do what you
Sure.
want. I don't mind. Anyway, good night, guys. I'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, it's not going.
Bye. Just bye
There it goes. Yeah. Oh, he's just getting back to his desk.
Oh wow, nice. That's great timing.
Perfect timing.